Welcome to Storm King's Thunder, where me and a bunch of my nerdy-ass friends get together and we love to play Dungeons and Dragons!
Dungeons and
Dragons! White claws and rum.
White claws and rum! Tonight, we are on session 62 of our campaign. Unfortunately, the audio for the last session was fucked. Thank you very much, OBS, for your service. So I'm going to give a slightly longer than usual recap just to catch you up on the important stuff. First and foremost, Davos only peed himself a little bit when Ember bursted back into flame. He did have a nat 1 for that. The party met Z's new incarnation, which didn't respond to Z, but instead gave a new name, a name that the Earth Elemental had crafted for him, Vikora. He seemed to be aware of the past life of Z, but it was like reading a book some years before. The important parts were there, but the details were a little fuzzy. Tabitha met the vessel and recognized him by spirit immediately, as did he her. You guys did talk to several of the survivors of the, Brandon, crap. Oh no, that's never a good thing to see. Oh, Brandon, you fuckwit! No, that's cool. He'll probably be here soon.
Yeah, but see, he gets here when he gets here.
Yeah. The party did talk to several of the survivors and give their bidding to the fallen. Zhi Liang was buried by the new High Forest, placed and planted with one of Liferloss's apples. Golbran enriched the lower reaches to where the High Forest was burned, which Thara, the Trents, and Turlang helped. And with this incredible surge in natural magics, it caused a swath of the charred landscape to sprout and grow, which had the adverse effect of raising hundreds of corpses of both men and monsters alike up into the boughs of the new forest. Thara and the Trents continued up the ash to work their way on restoring the miles and miles of burned land. Help is on the way, dear! Goddamn, love me some fucking Mrs. Doubtfire.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Evan, you disappoint me more and more every day. The Crimson Inferno sought to take Kyrax to Waterdeep to be resurrected, as a powerful priest owed a favor to Snapmaw. Captain Dynamite admitted to Ark that he wasn't quite like he was before the resurrection, and asked him to reconsider returning as captain to the Crimson Inferno when he was done with his quest. Pandora spoke with the Nine Lives crew, who were taking Keith Stirwin out to be buried at sea. Avalon asked Pandora to join them when their journey was done, but she said that they were going to hunt down Lord Dryland and finish the job, since that fucking bastard survived. Davos gave Bergen a man-hug, for bringing him back, of course. Respectively, they both helped each other out, which Bergen reciprocated. But as they hugged, they jostled loose a small fragment of a diamond that Bergen had actually used to revive Davos. Apparently, while he needed a 300 gold diamond, that one had a little extra to it. Davos pocketed that as a wedding ring for Helena, which is too fucking cute. The party very carefully collected Bane's sword and attempted to gather her gauntlet as well, but the burst of necrotic energy made the deed dangerous at best. The clerics and paladins of the Order of the Aster and Gauntlet agreed to work together to see the Banefist sealed away beneath the combined might of the churches. The lords did give Bane's blade to Sethine to try and identify, and Vikura went to check Sorrow's corpse, but was uncertain if anything had magical value, and was a little scared to try and check, which is probably fair. Nobody wants to poke the corpse of the necromancer. That just seems like a bad idea. The party then decided to return to Nightstone, using Bergen's word of recall. They found the remaining citizens gathered around the Nightstone, which was glowing, this multicolor spectrum of light. And Donovan revealed that the stone was ready, and thanked you all for doing the heavy lifting for him. He admitted that he had cracked the stone weeks ago, but was waiting for the lords to fulfill the rest of the prophecy. They were already on the path to killing the Jotun lords when he came, when 6 Jotun lords wither and perish. But he led you through confrontations with Old Gnawbone, knowing that you'd eventually kill Emerith, who was responsible for the Giants' uprising, as well as the Black Dragon of Bane's army. While you had merely met the Red and the White Dragons, respectively, once you relayed this information to the town and he caught wind of it, he used their vulnerability to take them out while they were still weakened. He also admitted that the dragon who helped Asmodeus and the Dod Kong create the stone was none other than the Ruby Dragon, who was deceived by the other two entities. Sardior, the Ruby Dragon, was desperate to stop the extinction of the Gemstone Dragons, and sought aid across the realms and contacted the then unknown realm of Nessus, which is the name of the Ninth Circle of Hell. The ruler of the realm, introducing himself as Samadeus, agreed to help the dragon find a Jotun ally to stop the war, and with the aid of the Dodkong, the Nightstone was created. A price was agreed that each would have to sacrifice for the stone. Sardior offered the 5 chromatic dragons, while the Dodkong offered the 6 Jotun lords, and Asmodeus offered the souls on Nestus's pages, Hell's pages, although unknown as Hell at the time. But as Asmodeus and the Dodkong crafted the stone, they also crafted a second slate, a secret key that would alter the text of the runes that it covered, changing the intended magics of the artifact and sealing away the ruby dragon as the stone's power source. Donovan then offered to demonstrate the power of that stone, and began reading it from the native languages. Pandora was not about that, and fired off an arrow that melted a resilient dome around him. He warned her to play nice, or he would mutilate the citizens of Nightstone beyond any hopes of resurrection, even for the best cleric in Faerun. To demonstrate, he cried out, "Fate's nightmarish," in Jotun, and Marak, the innkeeper, had his jaw dislocate and inverse on himself. His skull collapsed, and effectively turned him inside out without killing him, as evident by his agonizing cries. And as this happened, the crowd of citizens cheered as Donovan eviscerated Marak, and he continued reading the stone. When the Lord's 9 lay claim to the stone, unravel its riddles and make secrets known. When 6 Jotun lords wither and perish, doomed to succumb to fate's most nightmarish. And as he finished the second line, he explained, taunting you, that you thought that slaying the Jotun lords was their nightmarish end, but that there were things so much worse than death, and began to raise the 6 Jotun lords as various types of monstrous undead. Chiefga, the hill giant, beaten to death and feasted on by her own hogs, arose as a giant skeleton. Thane Kyolithica the stone, her corpse was left to petrify within the pit of Gorgonmund, and was animated as a living statue. Jarl Storvald the Frost, his skull caved in by Bergen's mace and left to rot in the fens of Elseer, arose as a bog zombie. Duke Zalto the Fire, incinerated by the Vonandod's decimation cannon, his skeleton was encased in his melting adamantine armor, and arose as a hellish helmed horror. Countess Sansori the Cloud, incinerated by Thelgelis's lightning breath that seared her face from her bones, was returned as a wraith. And Orlecto the Storm Giant, slain by Hecaton after the traitor slew Sarissa, returned as an Oni after Anam denied him a place in his afterworld. The lords began battling the undead Jotun and trying to stop Donovan from completing the ritual. Storvald, and this is more reminders rather than recaps, just of some of the things that you know from the combat. Storvald, the Frost Giant, emits a numbing aura which forces creatures to make a con save or they lose their action or bonus action, and they can't attack more than once in one turn. Sansuri seemed to be able to sense the life from within Pandora and could find her even when she was extremely well hidden. She's also concentrating on a haste spell that is fueling Orlecto and seems to be vulnerable to lightning. Zalto puts off incredible heat and is able to cast heat metal on creatures within his radius. He did this to Davos' shield, which I believe Davos dropped after taking a bit of damage from that. Kyolithica attempted to petrify Davos, but after being unsuccessful, settled for throwing him across the battlefield at Victora. All the giants seem to be vulnerable to radiant damage. Per our ruling earlier, Bergen is at 6 HP and is prone. Ember has been spent and is an egg. Ark is currently on fire, but taking a measly 2 points of fire damage doesn't seem to slow him down one bit. That's not even 2% of his health, to be fair. Z had conjured Kaya and is concentrating on Florence, and is using them to hound Donovan, who in retaliation is killing NPCs. Enwis, the 8-year-old drow that you liberated from the Iron Ring slavers at the very start of the campaign, began to sprout innumerable boils, which popped and oozed Icarus pus and blood as her small frame collapsed. Daphne, your pink-skinned tiefling who's acting as your scribe and stewardess, began bleeding in horizontal lines and seemed to unravel as her body was sliced into ribbons. And Helena, Davos' alchemical romance, was blasted by the necrotic energy of the Circle of Death, and by a miracle of a nat 20, was able to withstand dropping instantly. But now has blood weeping from her eyes, ears, nose, and mouth, and clinging to that one hit point, she snapped out of the enchantment upon her, which caused her to scream in absolute horror. As a reminder, Donovan is speaking aloud reciting the prophecy within the runes, and his last line was, "When dragons 5 fall of each and every hue." That's what he has just said. With that, we are gonna get rolling here. Any reminders, snide remarks, things I forgot?
Fuck Donovan?
Fuck Donovan.
Okay. Let's go die, boys.
Absolute cunt. With that, let's get things rolling. Pandora, you have just seen Donovan blast off this circle of death that has dropped another one of the citizens and has put Helena in critical condition. You see Bergen on his back before Guh, who is trying to smother that last bit of life out of him. You see Goldbrand beside you, who is also in rather critical condition. And you are between Jarl Storvold and Countess Sarissa. What do you do?
Okay, what spell did we decide was in my ring?
It's a 6th
It
level.
is a healing spell. It is a 5th level healing, cure wounds, mass cure wounds.
Okay, is that one that I have to, what range will I have to be in for that?
The creature, your targets have to be within 30 feet of each other. It's like a 60-foot range, which is a pretty good area. And I think you get, I want to say 6 targets. Devin, if you'll pull up Bergen, I'm going to pull up Vikura, and using that, try to navigate through this a little bit.
I've got Bergen up. Let me post it in chat. So if I can do it without casting a spell. This is Mass Cure Wounds, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's 5th level, but I think it is a 5th level spell.
I think you're right.
Looking for
So you're right. A 30-foot spear within 60 feet. That's a big space.
Yeah, try to cast it from him, because he has all the modifiers, and his character sheet accounts for all of that. He does get extra hit points to himself, but I forget the exact number.
Well,
Yeah,
this is going to record his... Is it like he cast it? It's going to record his extra. Like, he's a life cleric. He adds extra to these.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. It does
He was-
the ring
he-
records that?
Yeah, because he
Okay.
was the one who put it in the ring. It carries over all those modifiers. 35. So you can get 6 creatures within a 30-foot radius. That means 2 creatures can be 60 feet apart, and that's still okay.
Yeah, and everybody gets that 35, right?
6
Well,
people. 6.
All the people that you pick, yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure I can heal everybody who's dire. So obviously Bergen needs it. Gonna hop on this house so I can see everybody.
Got you, Joey.
Yeah, so Bergen needs it. Who else is hurting?
Goldbrand hurt.
Good.
Helena needs one. He needs
Did you
a
say
good one.
Goldbrand's pretty good?
I said Goldbrand hurting pretty good.
Oh, hurting pretty good. Okay, I was about to say, I saw a 9 earlier, but I wasn't
That's two. I guess Helena.
Actually, believe it or not, you cannot choose Helena because she is
because of
within
the sphere.
the sphere. Oh, but wait. Let me look at the spell. If it's 5th level or lower, then no.
She's in his bullshit. Did you say you were going to get Goldbrand?
Yes, getting Goldbrand for sure.
Thank you. But sure,
It looks
that
like
hurt.
Gabos might need topped up.
Yeah, he's a good candidate. I agree. You could get. 1, 2.
Oh, also, while you guys are healing, each of your tokens has a health bar. So when you click your token, if you see that red circle above, that's your hit points. If you want to put it in there, it'll update it to make it easier for us to keep up with healings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I almost forgot to do it on my character sheet.
Any spell of the 5th level or lower, so it does not work. As the Globe of Invulnerability puts a stop to that.
Sorry, Helena.
Yeah.
So you can get all of us then.
I was about to say, you can hit the 6 lords then, because that's the only people outside the circle that, are important.
Yeah, I mean, I guess everybody just gets a heal for now, because
Yeah. We're kind of pushing it on the 60-foot radius, or on the 30-foot radius, but I'll allow it. So everybody take that 35 points of healing as Pandora sends out a surge of this, it's almost like a pulse of this radiant glow. It strikes down right in front of Bergen and Orlecto, almost as if Bergen's magic is coming to his aid in this critical hour, and pulses out from you all. Because that is an action, you do still have a bonus action.
Did I roll for Jarl Stovald's Constitution? I can't remember.
You did. I don't think you did last week. Not for this round. Because
No.
I think the last thing we did was that Circle of Death. So go ahead and make a con save for me.
Yeah. I want to re-roll that because I really, really, really.
You have lucky and stuff. You can do that.
Wow. Fuck.
Oh,
Never
no.
mind. I'm just
Did
gonna
we-
accept that
Did we
I
roll
don't-
Goldbrand's Wheel or Woe for this?
I think you had wheel because you were pissed about it most of the
That's
game.
what I thought. So
I
I
remember
would
you
like,
saying like, I could fix that if I had whoa.
I would like to wheel.
Wheel Barbara? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll even let her keep the 13.
Thank you.
Let me
Sorry.
get my sheet. By the way, how's it going, Brandon, you handsome son of a bitch?
What's up?
Thank you. Got my dad Bard shirt on.
Right
Mama,
on, right on. I've
Viciously
got my...
mocks with bad puns.
of course. A 2 plus
Yeah.
the 13, that does not pass, unfortunately. You get 17. That's the wrong one. No, yeah, still a 17. So
Bitch.
Barbara, you've used your action. You cannot take a bonus action because of that. So you are not hidden, and you are kind of in a sticky situation. As we round
Yep.
to Davos, what do you do, my dude?
So tempted. Like, I'm trying to imagine if my real life wife went down. Would I shoot everybody around first, or would I go try to Sleeping Beauty kiss her?
And as a reminder, she's not all the way down. She is at 1 hit point, but
If you
she's
can get to
not
her,
doing great.
If you can get to her and like Thunder Step out or Misty Step out, or if you have anything like that, I think that's the play. Just get her a big chunk away real fast.
Technically, you can cast spells within the sphere that target outside of it. You just can't do from outside in. So you could do that if you have something that can bring somebody along.
Let me check Dimension Door.
Then you can come
But
back.
Dimension Door lets you bring somebody of your size or smaller. That is correct.
Then you can come back and kick ass without retribution. Well, personally,
Yeah, but it's running in. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Florence is not with
Florence
us, right?
and Kaya. Florence and Kaya are both up and sort of they're trying to pin Donovan. Kaya's trying to knock him prone, and Kaya is trying to whelm him. I think she needs to recharge that ability though.
yes, she has to roll to be charged.
But Florence is on our side.
Yes.
Oh
both,
yes, 100%.
Both of them are on
Alright.
our side.
I guess Donovan will get an opportunity attack, but worth. I'm going to run in, grab Helena, and Dimension Door out.
He doesn't even get the attack of opportunity. The Dimension Door won't pop it. So I
No,
think that's
but me,
500
I have
feet.
to run. I have to run to.
But you
get
don't leave
to
his
her.
range.
Yeah.
Right,
Opportunity attacks
Okay.
are when you leave
Okay, I
range,
got
not
you.
when you
I
enter.
got
So
you.
you're good.
because he doesn't have Sentinel. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Tunnel fighter, I think.
All right,
Hold
so
on.
yes, I get to go
Up to 500.
Three?
Which is
500.
pretty much anywhere in the town.
All right.
Maybe not
Right.
anywhere, but pretty much the entire main part of town.
I would say
He doesn't have to be able to see it.
I'm gonna transport to the apothecary. Bring her with me. There's probably a healing potion or something in there that she can drink, or I can pour down her throat.
Crazy.
And it's not too far away to where I can run back and battle. Maybe
Any
next
other
turn.
spot.
Yeah, that's fair. We'll say. Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Let me see.
So that will bring her down here. And you do see that there are some potions and stuff. She actually hasn't had an action, so I'll say that she actually uses her bonus action to drink one, and then, she looks at you and she goes, "Davos, eggs. He has eggs." And as she points within the apothecary, you see that Taylor, who is still charmed, is just sitting there smiling next to this 5-foot dragon egg. It's actually twice her height. She's a halfling. Helena says, "There's 5 of them. He's got them all over town."
Oh shit.
That's all she's really gonna have time to say, but she is out of critical condition.
Man, I feel like I'm about to club a baby seal here.
I had the same thought though, just pop!
Right, and I get bonus action, I guess, with my
It might hurt you.
You know what? It's so crazy going on right now. In my delusion, I think somehow that would help her more. And I hope that it doesn't have an area of effect blast that actually kills her. But I'm gonna roll Bard's Dance Rapier, bonus action, attack the egg.
Okay, cool. Roll the hit. Ooh, boy.
And I'm assuming a 20 hits.
An egg, yes sir, I do!
That's for 16 damage.
Oh, that is just over what you needed. You watch as your rapier pierces through the egg, and as it does, the egg is much harder than you initially thought, actually. Like, as it pops in, you realize that it cracks not just the egg, but a thin layer of ice that was around it. And you realize that these are the eggs of Eisendrag, the dragon that you had freed at Starboard. You do manage to destroy that egg, however. And inside it, there is a not quite developed wormling that is skewered by your blade and dead.
Why did you do that?
What? I mean,
Why did you do that?
I was only gonna do it if you freed Helena and if you got her somewhere that was relevant. Well, she would tell you anywhere, but you would only get to do it if you took her somewhere relevant.
Where are the rest of the eggs? I would ask.
Because I don't know. He had the villagers take them to various buildings. Me and Taylor brought this one back. That's the only reason I even knew.
Alright. Do we see other villagers by him? Or he killed them. It was...
he killed the two. I moved their corpses out of the way just to clear the battlefield. There are still technically various people in the outer part of the ring, but I removed them. So A, you guys don't have to worry about AoE, and B, so it's a little less cluttered as far as what's going on.
I hate to say anything, but I was... You know what? I want to say it. I'm assuming the eggs are where all the other villagers might be.
Yeah,
I could see, somewhere in the farm.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess I have a few more feet of movement. I'm gonna come back outside the apothecary, and I guess I don't know who would hear me yell out, "We gotta destroy the eggs!"
Alright, you guys hear this as Davos cries out. Pandora and Goldbrand, while you guys are on the far side of the field, you do get a vague sense of this as well. You're not quite sure where these eggs are, but you know that shit's getting spooky.
Goldbrand for the first time ever able to see Pandora during a fight. The fuck did he just say?
That's so on brand. By the way, Pandora, we can say that you're actually in that farmhouse. Technically, that's not where the door is, but we'll say there's windows that Pandora is agile enough to. So you are, you do have some cover in there.
Okay, good.
Not hidden, but you have cover. Half cover.
I'll take it, okay?
Alright, Davos, that's your turn as we go to Sansuri. Sansuri, she knows exactly where you are. She's gonna pop her head back in there. And I think she's gonna go for another lifesteal.
Or scream at her.
Yeah, she's gonna make 2 attacks with a +9 to hit. You're lucky I didn't use what fell out of the bag, because that was a 20 and an 18. 18, does that hit a Barbara?
No!
Neither of them hits you then.
What?
As you pop in the window and clamber into the small farmhouse, and you watch as Sansori's face, which fills the entire window that you squeeze through, follows you in, and as she's reaching out, you're just scrambling back faster than she can get you. That is going to be her turn as we go to Orlecto, who is still hasted. Bergen is on the ground, prone. He'll have advantage to hit him. I think he's going to start with that, yeah. So his first swing... Oh, wait! Actually, let me roll... A 6 and a 1! The metal dice is for lightning strike, so he gets that back. And he also gets 10 hit points back. He begins to regenerate. Something that y'all recall the Oni did when we fought it in the Feywild. He's going to make his first 2 swings on Bergie Boy. What does he get to add to these? 14. A 21, does that hit a Bergen?
Yeah.
And I know a 30... What is that? 32 does. Bergen is going to take 60 points of slashing damage. What's his AC right now?
19.
19. I said 21.
Yeah.
He can pop a shield on himself to block that first one, so he will only take 30 points of that.
So he won't be down again.
I know you can't mark off spell slots, Devin, but if you'll mark off a first level.
Technically, doesn't have any left.
First level spell slot?
Yeah, we had to have a bunch of stuff. Oh, we've rested since then.
Yes. Does he still have all those marked off?
Let me double check. No, it is not.
Okay, I was about to say, I thought I took those off, but, that's totally cool. Alright, that's his first set of swings. He does get another round, but I think he's gonna do something slightly different. I think he's gonna go,
Did you say 16 or 60?
for the damage?
Yeah.
He would have taken 60, but he shielded one of them, so he's only taking the 30. Devin, did you mark that, by the way?
I'm working on it.
He's gonna move over here, because he sees, V hounding Donovan. He's gonna go and try to make 2 swings on him. I don't think that one
He
hits.
literally hounding.
A 16 and a 21. Vikura's AC is 18, so one of those does hit. Vikura is going to take 30 points of damage, and he needs to make a con save. I think he has advantage? No, he has proficiency. Like the other. He does pass, so Florence does not fade. Is he at 69?
Okay.
No, I already subtracted the amount from that damage.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I thought you were just doing burgers. Okay.
No, you're fine.
Cool. So that is Orlecto's turn. As we round to Bergie Boy.
Bergie Boy.
He's
Oh,
still
boy.
on the ground, so he has to use half his movement to get up.
Burger's pissed!
Indeed.
I kind of want to kill those 2 giants, but that's not what healers are for. So he is going to go ahead and burn his thing. He's going to bring himself as close to half as he can. I need to see how much he has. That's a feature, right? It's not a...
Correct. Yes, sir. Preserve life, I think is what it is.
Okay, so that's one
half
channel
of 94 is 47. He's at 16, so he can get 31 points to himself. He can do 65, so he has 34 left to give.
He has 34 left to give.
And Goldbrand, I think you're the only one under half.
Can Goldbrand can't take all 34 of that, though.
You're the only one under half, so it doesn't matter. You're going to be the one getting it.
Okay. I'll just put myself up to half.
Yeah.
Because that'll be all.
That's his... Oh, and that's a Channel Divinity thing. I thought that was one a day. That's really cool.
Yes. Does it take a... action to do that?
Yeah, as an action, you present your holy symbol, blah, 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 blah. So he has a bonus action. I don't think he has the mace up.
He does. I have one listed that he has cast, but I don't see it on the map. Perhaps that's...
He might have... Oh, well, either way, when he dropped, it would have disappeared. We may have deleted it.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. That was a healing spell, question mark? That wasn't a spell.
I would count it as a heal for the purposes of him getting your bonus attack. I was talking about spiritual weapon, but that's okay too. Either one of those are applicable.
So that was an action. Alright, yeah, he's gonna bonus action. Man, I guess he's gonna go with sensory back here.
Yeah, who's screaming at me?
With his mace or spiritual weapon?
With his mace.
Okay.
If you count that as a heal, he's gonna do the thing.
Roll damage? Or roll the hit as well.
Sorry.
28? I can't see the damage if you'll tell me.
It's 12 bludgeoning and 2, because there's Divine Strike incorporated in that. 2
12
radiant.
and
So
2, so 14.
eat that radiant.
She is in... Oh, it's radiant, that's right. You watch as Bergen's mace glows with this whitish green light, actually. And as he swings his mace, it flies through the open door of the farmhouse. And Pandora, as you see Sansori's face coming towards you, clawing at you as she pulls herself through, the burst of light goes right into her head and through her. But as she begins to dissipate, she lets loose a blood-curdling scream. She is using her Dying Whale, Dying Whale, that's not what it's called. It's called Whale. I need all creatures within 30 feet. Pandora, Gullbrand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Bergen. all three of them to make a Constitution save. I'll roll for Bergen for you, Devin. Let's say Constitution.
Sorry, I lost my mouse.
What did you roll, my dude?
I'm working on it. I lost my mouse.
Roll above a 13.
Okay, good. I got an 8.
Since no one failed this, I'll tell you, if you failed this check, you drop to 0 hit points. It's a Banshee feature. Or Wraith feature. I forget which one. But it's very fucked. Instead, the three of you are going to take 15 psychic damage, which Goldbrand means you don't resist it. 15, 1-5. I'll do it for Bergie Boy.
Goldbrand, did you heal 15?
That doesn't die when I my HP.
I did. I healed from that. I got the rest of that, of Bergen's ability, that I had never put on.
Oh, okay. I thought you healed for 15 instead of damage, psychic damage 15.
Is that what it was? I was about to ask. It was 15?
Yeah.
So I got
15
behind,
psychic, yes.
I got behind tracking channel divinities and hit points.
Thank you, baby. My wife gave me cookies. Okay, so as that actually finishes Countess Sansuri, it dissolves into this spectral dust. And Pandora, you you feel like you were fine, but you do get a little sigh of relief that the one thing that could spot you anywhere is gone.
Yeah, back to hidey holes.
Back to hidey holing. As we go to Kyletic the Unyielding, that bitch is dead. Then we go to Arcanox. Arc, you are on fire, so you do take 2 points of fire damage, but you know.
Oh, scary.
Yeah, right? Ooh, you caught the red dragonborn on fire, big man.
I'm sick of this nonsense. I'm gonna fly over here. I'm gonna smack Chief good.
Right. I forget you have wings sometimes. And I gave them to you, so. Yeah, pop that bitch. You get 3 attacks with your action. That do hit, roll damage. Uh, 15 slashing, okay. The second one, oh, excuse me, I was looking at this backward. You watch as Arcanox rises up, flaming, soars across the battlefield with incredible speed, and he takes, you want to do this with Douse or Dredge?
Did that one with Douse.
Douse. And he has his sand sword bleeding water, and as he rushes up, he cleaves through, slashes through the collarbone, the ribs, the spine, and she crumbles down into bones, dead. I'll have killed 2 giant lords in 2 turns. Love it. You technically still have that third attack that you can use on someone else, but actually, since you've already rolled it, a 14 will not hit anyone. I'm gonna confirm that just before I go saying shit. No, sir. If it could hit someone, I would let you choose a target and see if it would hit them, but you still have your bonus action.
Bonus action use Dredge's more attack
Wait, on who?
on Jarl Storvald.
Yeah, get him.
Bam.
Because he's chasing after his kin cat.
Right? Wait, that rolled damage.
Let's say that came in a little funky. The 16 does meet, so you can roll damage for that.
Hold on a second. There we go.
One 13. I shouldn't have said that out loud. And he has to make a strength save. The strength's pretty solid. Yeah, that's 14 plus 9, so that's 23. Alright, as we finish up with Arcanox, we go to Goldbrand. Goldbrand, you've been blasted, healed, back and forth. You don't even know what to feel. What do you do?
I make a con save, because thing.
You are correct. You pass.
I mean,
Really?
I feel like this is the part where, like, so Goldbrand just saw 2 possible targets that both got ganked, so now he's feeling, what's the word? Inadequate. He's gonna turn around and scream, "Witness me!" and he's just gonna start hacking at Storvald, because I think that's what Goldbrand would do.
I love that. Bergen and Arcanox take down a Jotun Lord. Goldbrain gets mad, just starts hacking at the zombie, who probably doesn't even feel it, if we're being real. Minimal reaction. Alright, roll the hit.
So I'm gonna make both of my attacks with. I guess it doesn't matter which one I do it with. I am gonna use a bonus action to use charge.
Great. Okay.
No,
Did
I'm
you
already
rage?
raging. I have
Okay.
been raging.
Let's say, I'm gonna put a little marker on you so we can keep up with that. Grrr. Okay. A 30 hits,
The
14 points of
16
slashing
total,
damage.
and then the
Thank you for the
3d6 necrotic. Oh, perfect.
Did you say necrotic?
Yeah.
Oh, you are a lucky motherfucker. Okay. 15 extra points of necrotic damage.
And I get that back because I need it a little bit.
You do. Alright, you still have... Oh, that is your bonus action. Never mind.
Yeah.
So with that, we go to Storbold.
I do get one more attack, but you keep going.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead. 19 hits. Roll the hit.
Plus 2 more for rage.
18 more points of damage. Excellent. Doing a good chunk to him. But as we round to Storbold's turn, you watch as his wounds begin to stitch themselves back together as he is regenerating. You've just done a pretty good bit to him. He sees both you and Pandora. You're hitting him right now, but Pandora's the tricky one. This is where I'm trying to decide what DM Joey would do versus what Storbold would do. I think Storbold would hit Devin still.
Yeah, because I'm in the house, so I'm a little bit harder to get into.
He smash house. A 23, two 23s. So Devin, I need you to take 50 halved to 25 damage. As he tears into you with this great axe. As we round to Vikora, what he wanted to do isn't really applicable anymore because of the way that they're sort of scattered. Which means I'm gonna have to call an audible.
Good.
Let's see what big spells he got. He knows that the Radiance needs to get away from the motherfucker. There goes my hero. You know, I think he's gonna use... I think he's gonna try a Psychic Lance and hope that he fails the save. Incapacitate at the start of your next turn. Okay. He's gonna cast this, I think, at 5th level. DC 18 Intelligence. Let me check. Fuck Lecto, Dick Lector, whatever we called him. Intelligence save. He does not have proficiency in. He will get the +3. I'll roll this in chat. He has to roll a 15 or higher. Oh, just missed it.
Wow.
Orlecto takes a surge of 24 points of psychic damage, which is and is incapacitated till the end of his next turn, which is perfect because his haste actually wore off when Sansuri died, so he is actually exhausted from that as well. With that, we round to... Oh, he does get a bonus action. I guess he'll pop some stones. That's what he do with his bonus action. Let me see if he has
Popping
any
stones.
You know what we mean. Oh. Technically, he could do this. Does it have a size requirement?
That's what she said.
Amazing. Yeah, he's gonna try to do a whirlwind attack. Oh, but that's a strength save. He probably knows that his strength is pretty stacked. Yeah, we'll say he'll do the stones. With that, we go to Gah, who is dead. And we go to Zolto. Zolto sees Haya and Lawrence giving Donovan some trouble. He's gonna step in. He's gonna go for... Oh, you're dead. Oh, you're dead. Oh, and... That bitch is dead too. We're down to half, y'all.
Yay! The first time I've loved hearing that.
Down to half. That's fair. Alright. With that, I think he's gonna go in for a couple of swings. Flaming Warhammer attack on Kaya. Oh, and that 20. The 28 would be doubled. I don't think it matters though. I think she only has 17 left. So Kaya is pops out in a poof of smoke.
Oh, yeah. Good doggo.
Oh, he could continue for Florence, or he could go get Davos. I think he's gonna go for Davos. Davos, you got a flaming hammer coming at you. A 17 plus 11, that's a 28. So you take 28 points of bludgeoning damage, and you ignite. You burst into flames. At the start of each of your turns, you're going to take, I think it's a d6, so 4 fire damage. Oh, excuse me. It's actually 5 fire damage, excuse me. At the start of each of your turns. If you will mark yourself... What?
No save on that or anything? Just...
No, for his attacks, it's just automatic when he hits you. With that, go ahead and mark yourself as on fire as we round back to the top of initiative with Pandora. You've just seen Sansori get blasted back into the hells. What do you do?
Well, I mean, now I gotta pop through this window and fucking fuck this guy up. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and try to hit him normally. That way I can stealth after this, because now I can stealth. So
yeah, that's
the only
valid.
reason I couldn't is gone. It's a 16 to hit.
16, I think that meets. It does meet. What's your damage?
Yeah.
My thing's a little fucked up and won't show me.
Yeah, so that's 10 damage, 10 piercing.
Okay.
And then to the cat dimension.
To the cat dimension she goes with a 19. Mark that above your token as we round to Davos. Davos, go ahead and take 5 points of fire damage. And what do you do after that?
I going to run to this pumpkin patch place down here.
Yeah.
Put your head in the building.
If you're gonna leave the
Yeah.
well, 2 things. I know you're going there because there's a bunch of tokens there. That's not actually where those people are. And if they were in that building, Davos would not know.
Alright, so I will
He
then...
could be peeking his head in all the houses along the way.
I tell you what I'm gonna do then. I will use my in-strength harp.
Actually, I'm so sorry. I need just a moment, because we went to the top of initiative. And as we do that, Donovan cries out, "Shall new vessels be provided to make them anew?" The stone begins arcing with this multicolor lightning, bolts of black, green, red, white, and blue, dancing across all of the rooms. And then all at once, each of the colored bolts strike buildings all around the square, splintering the wooden walls of the inn, the stables, the Temple of Lathander, and the farmhouse. Or farmhouse in this case. Past the shattered walls of each of these buildings, you now see these massive dragon eggs, each of them 5 feet tall by 3 feet wide, the very same eggs you saw within Svardborg. And as this chromatic static, new band name, as this chromatic static dances around these eggs, 4 of them begin to shift their color. And as they do, the eggs shatter as the dragon wormlings burst from each of them. And even in this infantile stage, they each stand as tall as you, and the chromatic lightning dancing around them, you could swear that they're getting bigger by the second. I'm going to go ahead and reveal these guys for you. They are wormlings.
Now I gotta call on my amethyst babe. Cry under my bed and pray to her.
Good news, you have a bed right there for you, so it's perfect.
Exactly.
I think that's all of them, because Davos did manage to shatter the white egg, but let me see. Old Gnawbone, or young Gnawbone at this point, Imarith, Malthazar, and Umbrasil. Perfect, okay. With that, Davos, we will go back to you. Sorry about that, dude.
Wow. Davos was here trying to prevent the dragon apocalypse.
They're telling you hi. Wanna wave hello? Just wave.
Oh, hi.
Alright, let's see. So I guess that changes things.
Yeah, sorry.
You're not sorry, Joey. You're not sorry.
I'm sorry that he actually had a plan to try to take care of it, but I'm glad you got one of them. That's a plus.
Yep.
Which one did we get? Oh,
You killed the white dragon.
You would.
Okay.
That's racist.
Alright, let's see. I will bonus action, try to blind do Exalto with Light of Lathander.
Oh,
Okay.
look,
That's a con save, is that right?
Yeah, I think it's 18, yep.
He has a 10 to this, so I will roll this in chat. He has to beat an 8. And he does, unfortunately. Does he
And
take half?
he does take half, but he's not blinded. He's gonna take, what is it, 11 or 12?
12. Well, we round down to 11. Or no, we always round into the player save. Excuse me. 12.
And then I'm gonna take a swing with the Blade
Get him.
Knight Aaron Bolt. Does it
27 certainly hit.
Let me hit the damage. Do I have to announce when I add the Storm Smite before the
Yes.
hit?
Did you do that? Oh no, you did the free smite last game. Is that right?
I'm trying to think. I thought it was. I couldn't use it when I wanted to because.
It's cool.
Yeah, there was-
I'll take your word for it. I remember us talking about it, but I don't remember if it was actually used. So yeah, you can do that.
I'm trying to see if there's an indication on it that.
Oh, and actually, you hit him with a melee attack.
I did. Question mark.
That means you take another 5 points of fire damage. As your blade comes into contact with it, the searing heat of this metal just is blistering you, and you don't have your shield right now, so you're feeling extra vulnerable as this wave of heat washes over you. You do get him for the 14 points because you do the versatile thing. You have one more swing.
Yeah. And I guess since I planned on attacking. 21?
Definitely hit. That meets. Another 12 points, and you take another 5. Actually, I'm sorry.
Yep. Alright, let's see. I already used my bonus action. Never mind. Alright. I guess he's gonna get an opportunity attack, huh?
I can hear them.
If you try to move, yes, sir.
Crap. It's too late to add stuff. Alright. I guess I'm gonna just stay there and make sure Helena doesn't get hurt.
Okay. Very good plan. As we round to Orlecto, who is incapacitated this turn, he is also exhausted, but he is not doing shit. Because he's incapacitated, I'm going to verify this. I think you get advantage on him. Incapacitated 5E. But I don't want a definition. Can't move or speak. It's unaware of its surroundings. Drops when it's holding. Can't take actions or reactions, so you don't get advantage or anything on him. But we do round to Bergin. Devin, Bergin is feeling a little better now that a couple of the Giant Lords are gone, and less better because 4 dragons just popped up. What does he do?
Well, I'm going to do something I think I should have done at the very beginning of the fight. I'm going to use his last channel divinity to turn undead.
Okay, what's the radius on that?
30 feet. How many
Okay,
can he get? Can he not get every... Or... Which one of these is the arrow?
You're technically
Give
not
me
in
the
it.
arrow.
It's the ruler. Technically you're not in a square.
Oh, well. So I can't move him now. Thank you.
Better because I was trying to move them. They are all 3 in the 30-foot radius. I will tell you they all have resistance to this. Pop it in chat for me.
1 second. Turn undead. So, because he has destroy undead too, but I don't think it's going to apply to any of them.
Well, destroy undead is it's the same ability. It's just when he levels up, it's more potent.
Yeah.
So I have a question. Are you keeping up with his channel divinity points? Because he's used 2 for preserve life, and then 1 for this.
He's only used preserve life once since I've been running him.
I thought we used it once last game, yeah?
I don't think so.
Or not
It
his
was-
preserve life, his thing where he does like 60... Oh no, that is preserve life.
Yeah.
I thought we
Where he
did
gets to
that
do
last
up to
time.
half? I don't think so. Didn't have it written down on my sticky note, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Just mark down that he's used 2 charges of that.
Mhm.
Let me see. Within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw. Failed saving throw is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage. Normally that would mean that they're dead. Since these are greater undead, it doesn't kill them regardless. So they will do the runaway. Let's roll some saves. Some saves. Zalto the Torrid does not get to add a lot to this. He gets to add 2, but he does make it with advantage. What's the DC we're going to get?
18.
18. His highest one is a 16, plus 2 is exactly 18, but he made. Jarl Storvold. We see what his modifier is. He might have advantage on this. Wisdom, he is proficient in wisdom. Believe it or not, because it's funny because zombies are like hard to control. Anyway, he got a 12 plus a 4. He fails, so he does have to move out of the radius. And Orlecto, who gets to that consequence. Wisdom, a plus 9. Yeah, 14 plus 9 is 23, so he's good. So 2 of them are unaffected. Storvold, however, is affected. He is spooked. Not a good emoji for that.
Yeah, fuck you. Be spooked.
Little angel thingy here.
Get out of here with your stupid aura.
Alright, so
Yeah.
remind me on his turn that he has to move away from him.
Mhm.
As we round to Argonox.
I think I'm going to continue to do some cool dragon-y stuff, especially since dragons just showed up.
Yeah, right?
See here. I can actually do this
Assert
from
your
where I am.
dominance!
Okay. I'm gonna moving down. Actually, no, I'm going to stay where I am. I'm going to hit Storvold with my fire breath weapon. The
Okay,
ice giant
cool.
motherfucker.
And that's great. What's your save again, my dude?
A 19 dex.
19 dex. He has a very piss poor dex. He does not get advantage on this. He got a 17. If he had a plus 2, he would have passed. But he has a minus 2. So he actually fails this. What's your damage on that? 15? And you watch as the fire catches, it seems to be even more effective than what you were anticipating. You gather that the frost giant is vulnerable to fire damage.
No, but
Boo boo boo! So fantastic. You still have a bonus action, I think? Did you hit him with
Actually-
the war attack last turn? I'm trying to remember.
I did last attack. Last turn, yeah.
So he is technically grappled as well.
But did he fail the check?
I think he did. I'm going to scroll back up. Arcanox strength save. I did not roll it in chat. I'm pretty sure he... Oh, it's a strength save there, so he probably didn't. And he gets to add a 9 to that. Does anyone recall if he failed or passed? Because I do not at the moment.
I've had too much alcohol to keep up with that.
We'll roll it now and let
I don't think
that
he
be the
failed.
decider.
But
So he's got a
Okay.
plus 9. What's your DC at 18?
wait, for what?
For more. What's the save he has to make?
Here. It's a
DC
16 strength.
Strength save. It's at
Yeah.
plus 9. He rolled a 6. Plus 9 is 15. That's just under. So he is grappled from your previous turn. So you can use that to automatically make a hit this turn because he's already chained up.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna hit him.
Get him. We also have an interesting occurrence where he's forced to run away from Bergen and yet unable to as Ark has him grappled.
Actually,
that-
that technically breaks whenever he takes damage, which I did not see. That's
Oh,
partially dumb, but also I kind of get it for hordes of skeletons.
yeah. Alright, so he... Oh, that was the wrong one. He is restrained. He is not turned. I remember us, like, in the attic of that place in Strahd, like, trying to one-on-one the zombies, like, bring them out one at a time by turning them. And we almost got away with it, too. Alright, he is going to take the extra damage from that. Is that 21? Oh, the 21's the roll. I need you to roll damage for that, please. 12 points of damage to the big
As I do
frosty
this
boy.
strike, as I do that strike, I'm gonna turn to the black dragon and just roar at it as loud as I can.
Right the fuck on. Roll an intimidation check. Roll a strength check.
Strength check.
Yeah. Davos' shield. I love it. The tower shield. Who knew? With a 14, not quite, but that's pretty solid. As we finish up with Archinox, we round to Goldbrand. Goldbrand, you are next to the big frosty boy. You are technically within his aura. Make a Constitution save.
10 fur. Not great.
That fails. You can take an action or a bonus action, not both, and you can only make one attack.
But do I want to wheel it? I think I want to wheel it.
You can. I won't tell you what the DC is, but
Okay, I think I will, because I'll get my reaction back when I start my turn. Does this happen before my turn? Question mark?
it's at the start of your turn. Any creature that starts its turn within 10 feet of the zombie. I will allow the reaction regardless, you know. That's
Well,
what you're asking for.
But that will burn it. I'm trying to decide if I want to save it or not. I will just smack him, I guess. I'm considering leaving his aura because just running away from him and going to a dragon or to Electo here, who's looking soft, not soft, full.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. There's a kid with a mic around his head, so I'm gonna be good.
Oh man, Ben's not here. I was gonna ask if he's got. I think he's got this.
Oh, is that Star? Who is that?
What?
On Ben's camera, who is that? The
Flash?
fella with the white nose?
That's Stark, yeah.
Yeah, cute.
So I'm just gonna take an attack on him.
17 slashing hits.
Yeah, +2 for rage. And that will be
19.
all that Goldbrand can do this turn. But I don't want to take that shot and run straight at Electo. I need to get a little beefier first.
That's fair. As we round to Storvold himself. He is technically restrained. He is no longer turned.
He's just having a bad day.
He was hit with fire damage, so he does not regenerate. Which is good. That's alright. What kind of save is this? Barbara, you're hiding, right?
Yes.
What's your current self score? 19?
Yes.
He has a shit perception, but I'm just gonna roll to see. Oh, he got a 20! I swear to God!
Wow.
Oh, fuck. Y'all can't see my fucking... So here's the dice. I'm not rolling it. Little wolfy thing. That's my 20. He knows where you are. And that changes my priorities just a little bit, because you're a sneaky fucking bitch. I think he's gonna use Chilling Stare. Barbara, I need you to make a DC 17 Constitution save. As you, you take a shot at Storvold at the end in your last turn, and you peek back up to get ready to line up your next one. But as you do, you see his face is eerily close to the house. And with a 9, you failed. You take 35 points of cold damage, and you are paralyzed until the end of your next turn, which means you can't do anything, and things that hit you get advantage to. And do an auto crit. Very bad situation to be in. Lucky for you,
could
however.
I use my reaction to half that? With my dog?
Your reaction to
Is that
half is
what?
only on dex saves. That's for evasion, I think. And it's
it
not a
doesn't
reaction,
say-
it's just a passive.
No, this one, hold on.
If you're thinking of uncanny dodge, that's only for attacks. This is really more of a creature effect than an attack, but if you want to drop it, when attacker you can see it hits you with an attack, this is technically not an attack, so no damn. But you are paralyzed as you feel this chilling presence just radiate out at you. Storvold, that is all he can do. He is restrained. Vikora, we're gonna go to. I was hoping that Josh would be here by round 2.
Does that mean we're going faster than you expected?
Indeed.
Are we
Y'all
above
did
average?
kill 2 of them in the first, second or first round. Don't worry, there's plenty to go. As we go to Vikora, where Lecto's in front of him, he is incapacitated. He's not. Oh, which means he can't take reactions. He might use this as an opportunity of GTFO. especially now that dragons are popping up. There's not really a safe place to GTFO2. You know what? I think he's gonna be happy with how his Mind Sliver, or his Psychic Lance turned out. He might try to do that again. Let me just see if there's anything else.
Say.
Get some butt. Go get some fire. Kick some butt.
No, kick.
That's right, buddy. Now understood. I love it. Yeah, I think he's gonna go ahead and try to make him do another thingy-majig. Did that pop up? There we go. DC 18 Intelligence. And for Orlecto, he's incapacitated, but that doesn't mean he has disadvantage. Intelligence saves, he only gets a +3. So he's got decent odds. A 13, so a 16. So Orlecto takes another 24 points. And incapacitated till the start of your next turn. So he is effectively locking Orlecto down. Doing a pretty good job at it. Fantastic. I forgot earlier, even though he was incapacitated at the start of his turn, he would still regenerate because that's a passive thing, and he didn't take radiant damage that round. He does get that back. As we round to... Oh, he'll throw a stone, too. I forget what that fucking is. Oh.
It's a D6.
Oh. But he gets to add some stuff to it.
He gets to make a...
+5.
Yeah. Like an
Oh,
attack.
no, I needed the attack roll, please. A 19 does not hit an Orlecto, unfortunately.
So you get advantage for him being
He
incapacitated?
does not. No, it just says they can't take actions or reactions. Doesn't say anything about advantage.
See.
Because he's not fully paralyzed. But a
Yeah.
paralyzed creature is incapacitated.
Incapacitated.
With that, we're going to round to Zalto. Zalto, seeing that Branton is before him. Oh, I'm sorry. On both of Z's turns, Florence would have got to make an attack. My question is this.
I want...
Do we-
can I roll his thing? Her D6? It's a 6.
Perfect. The question is, would V continue attacking Donovan, knowing now what Donovan does as a retaliation? I will
I feel like he
ask
said
you
something
guys.
that he would back off.
Okay, so that's 1 for back off. Let's give a group vote since he isn't here. What do you think V would do? What would Venus do?
Is there really anybody nearby that he's visibly has control of?
Yes, again, like, the entire town is gathered within this greater area.
Sounds like a bunch of
So there
NPCs.
are other people that he can pull. All the civilians that were left in town are sort of in this area, the entire town.
So here's the... While you guys are weighing this decision, what she's trying to do is whelm him. He will be underwater, can't speak, can't breathe, can't cast spells, can't chant.
You don't know all of that for sure, for the record, Devin Green.
I mean, he can't chant that.
He
if
knows, huh?
But yeah, so yeah, that's what I was like.
Well, no, what I'm
That's
saying
the
is
whole-
you said he can't speak, he can't breathe, he can't do this, he can't do this. You don't necessarily know all that for certain.
I mean, if he's underwater, I'm assuming he can't pull air to breathe. Like, there's no air.
Maybe he doesn't need air. That's what I'm saying. You don't know all the
fucked up.
things in play.
I mean, I just wanted to tell them what we were thinking when he kept trying to do that. Like, so that was where the idea was coming from. Goldbrand, I do not think. I think Goldbrand would do anything necessary. I can't speak for. I'm not sure what I think V would do.
Right now I have one no and nothing else, so... What else? Brandon, Ben, what do y'all think?
Yeah, he will, because I was about to do that too. So,
Okay. Ben, what do you think?
For it. Go for it.
Go for the attack? Alright.
Yeah.
Devin, if you choose to abstain, that's 2 and 1.
No, I generally agree with that. Like, it really sucks for all the NPCs, but we gotta stop him. That's what it's gotta be.
She is going to use her Whelmy Whelm. It has to make a DC 14th strength save. Okay, 14. So he meets it by his roll alone, but he does get to add some stuff to that. And again, is much stronger than you imagine a spellcaster, especially, would be. I think he does take half. Pushed out of the elemental space. Doesn't say they take damage, actually. So, okay, he does not take any damage from that. And I'm going to roll another d6 because I did not attack with Florence last turn. Oh, and another 6. You know what? She'll get another attempt at it. That's better. That's an 18. So unfortunately, neither of the whelms for Florence worked, but that brings us to Zalto. Zalto, seeing this happen, he might even turn his attention away. He's going to throw... you watch as he reaches within his... Again, his armor, parts of it are like melted away completely where you can see through it. You can see the bones that are encased in the metal within. He actually reaches through one of the holes in the armor and pulls out this molten slag of adamantine, and he flings it toward Florence. He's going to make a ranged attack. Ah, this is a good one. 11, a 15, which I think hits Florence. He has an armor class of 15. So she is going to take the full blah 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 29 points of fire damage, and she ignites. I don't think she has an immunity to fire damage. She does not. So at the start of her next turn, she's going to take 5 points of damage, which will kill her. For simplicity's sake, I'm just going to go ahead and... Well, we'll keep her up till the next turn. That does use Zalto's turn. As we go to the top of the round, Zalto can... excuse me, not Zalto. Donovan continues with the ritual, but he actually pulls something from his cloak and raises it up. And it is the keystone. It is the one that you guys had hidden away within the keep, but he had Daphne, under his influence, bring out to him. As he holds it up, it begins to vibrate incredibly and flings to the stone with a magnetic-like pull. And as it slams in, it creates a seamless connection. And you realize that the 3 runes that were underneath it are now no longer part of the incantation. This new stone on top of it has covered those runes. And he begins to say, "Then unending gate shall open for 3 generals of hell." And as he does this, black stones begin to rise from the earth and form 3 large archways, almost Oblivion style. There's nothing within them at the moment, but they are beginning to form. That is what he will do for the top of the round, but all of the dragons, still this chromatic static dancing off of them, grow larger. They are no longer wormlings, they are now young dragons. I need someone, let's say Brandon, since he's looking real happy about the development. Brandon, roll a d6 for me, my dude. A 1. That is the red dragon. Let me make these bigger, and then I will tell you what happens with that. Womp, womp, womp. There we go. Okay. As the red dragon, it's young. 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. It can get to you. The red dragon that has burst from the stables, Malthazar, as you may recall, takes in a deep breath and blasts out this cone of flame. I need you to make a dexterity save, Davos. Your speciality. Ooh, but not specialty when you need it. Unfortunately, you take 45 points. 45 points of fire damage. Is that down for you, my dude? Oh, yep. That is rough. You guys watch as this dragon bursts forth larger than it was just what felt like seconds ago, as it exhumes a burst of flame and Davos drops. With that, we round to the top of initiative to Pandora. Pandora, what do you choose to do when you see this happen?
I thought I was paralyzed, wasn't I? Or did I?
Oh, you are! That's right, because he got you with the chilling stare.
Dragon to come save me because it's stuck up here.
Which also means you can't hide again.
Did you get to make a save against that at the end of her turn?
No, it's just till the end of her turn. So she auto-passes it at the end. Davos, as we go to you, I need you to roll for initiative. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Make a death save. Actually, no, don't. As you drop in this burst of flame, one of the last things you actually see is the apothecary has also caught fire. It was caught within this cone of flame, as well as the farmhouse that Zolto is basically crushing as he's getting towards you. And you see running from the apothecary, Helena, with a superior healing potion in her hand. And as she sees you drop, just immediately begins to feed it to you. Let me check the healing on this. Hello, Z! How's it going, my dude?
Oh, hello.
You have missed the shit.
Yeah, there's lots of shit that's going on.
Gone down, so to speak.
12, 20, 24, plus 8, so that's 32. Davos, you take 32 points of healing at the start of your turn. I will say you get an action or a bonus action, but not both.
Do I have to take the 5 points of fire damage?
Technically, yes, but you know what? I mean, you were still hit by fire attack. Yeah, I'm gonna say that you do. I'm sorry, my dude. Thank you for being a bro about it.
Alright, my lucky number 27 hit points left. Alright, I will do a Steel Wind Strike, and I'm going to target. Okay, it just rolled all the dice already. I don't know why. That sucks.
Oh, hey, well, you do individual attacks for it. So we'll say that one is for Duke Zolto.
Dang it. Yep. I'm going to do the Black Dragon, the Red Dragon, and Donovan as well.
Don't you get more targets than that? I think it's 5, isn't it?
Within 30 feet. But
Oh, I see.
I don't think I could stack those feet. Like, oh, I go 30 feet, and then boom, 30 feet from there.
You're right, it's 30 feet. Well, is it 30-foot radius?
Pretty sure.
Drop the spell in chat, because I think that it's 30 foot within the one target. Like, you get to pick a target to be the first. Up to 5 creatures you can see within range. Oh, but the range is 30 feet. It's not within an area. Okay, I see. Okay. So that one we'll say is for Zolto. Or actually, let me rephrase that. Where do you want to end up? By which 3 do you want to end up at the end of this?
I would say by Umbrasil over right here, if I can.
Yes. So your first hit is against Zolto. Second hit against Malthazar. Roll for that.
Alright. Fuck.
Oh, unfortunately, that does not... Let me double check, because they're young. But I think that all of the dragons have a higher AC than that. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, that does not hit.
Alright. This
Third
one's
hit?
for the black.
Oh, so you can hit a black motherfucker. I see how it is. Motherfucking
God,
boss.
that's not going well.
What's your
Alright,
damage?
Damage.
29.
Excellent. As Davos goes into a blur, picked up by Helena, he immediately begins a furious flurry of blows as he slashes his way across the battlefield. Go ahead and move yourself to where you would like to go. You technically do still have your movement if you choose to use it. Helena, after she fed you the potion, use the rest of her movement to pull back behind the apothecary.
I hadn't hit Donovan yet.
Oh,
or
I'm
tried
sorry.
to hit him.
Go ahead, yes sir.
So here's for Donovan. Fuck!
That... Do you have inspiration?
No.
I'm sorry, my dude. That is a rough roll. As we round to Orlecto, who is once again incapacitated because Z has him pinned down. We round to Bergen.
Oh man, why is there so much going on? I don't like it. Okay, thanks. Is Bergen within 10 feet of Orlecto here?
Yes, sir.
That's not what I wanted to hear. He can't cast spells into his motherfucker's dome over there either.
Not unless they're super high level spell, and I don't think you have them. While you're contemplating this, Z, just so you know, V, just so you know, you had Kaya and Florence up. Duke Zolto crushed Kaya and got a good hit on Florence. She is currently a light, so at the start of your next turn, she is actually going to take 5 points of damage and will pop off as well. You have used 2 5th level spells. You Psychic Lanced or Lecto, which incapacitated him both times. So you've actually stalled out one of the more proficient fighters on their team through doing that. The wall we did not do because it was not applicable necessarily in the situation. They had kind of scattered away from that formation. And I think that's the critical information of what you need to know, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
I'm glad the lance worked at least.
Oh, yeah.
Lance has been-
And
kept
you
you
would
alive.
almost know the intelligence save. Intelligence is not any giant strong suit, really. And so it seems that he's having a really hard time overcoming that, for whatever that's worth. Devin, what do you got, dog?
Mass Cure Wounds.
What?
He can get
24
him.
points?
He can get himself in that, right? So I think the only person he get. Oh, hold on.
He
let's
can
see.
get everybody.
Can't I just need to get the ruler out? Yeah, he can get Pandora and V from where he's standing if he gets
What?
himself.
Yes, sir.
Heck yeah, that's what he's gonna do.
By the way, I will tell you guys, the ruler on this is a little funky because, as you can probably tell, these squares aren't square. And it's not set to a grid on the map, so it's a little funky. Yes, everybody take 24 points of healing as the best cleric in Faerun is earning his fucking title.
Yeah, he is. He's going to use his Kajigger, his bonus action shooting mace. Bonus action shooting mace.
On who?
The one that's almost dead. Storvald. Bergen holds a grudge, not really, but
No,
Maybe a little.
he do.
well, oh.
Tonight is just not the night for
Yeah,
rolls.
Golbran used his
That
wheel
was
on
on.
him.
That was on Storvold.
Yeah,
A 16 hit the Storvold.
Oh,
perfect. It takes all that damage there.
I can't see the damage actually. 'cause I think
I'm
it's
sorry,
fucking
it's 12 plus 6. 6 of that is divine.
12 plus 6.
Radiant.
So 6, that will be 9. So 12 plus 9 is 21. Storvold looking pretty hurt. That's action. Bonus action is move around to Arcanox. Oh, and I'm sorry, one more thing before we start with Arcanox's turn. Z. Also, Donovan has continued the ritual of reciting what's on the stone, and he just completed, when 5 dragons fall of each and every hue, shall new vessels be provided to make them anew. Thankfully, by sheer chance, Davos discovered one of the eggs and destroyed it before it hatched, but the other 4 hatched into wormlings, which have now grown into young dragons. They are growing at an exponential rate. And at the top of each round, they get to do some fuckery. With that in mind, Arcanox, what you got, homie?
Flat down here. Try to finish off Stormbolt. Hit him with Douse.
Get him. Friendly reminder that you can hit from 10 feet away if you so choose. 21 certainly hits. The 13 does not, unfortunately. 16 points of slashing damage. And I'm going to confirm. You guys watch as Arcanox again flies forward, the anchor in hand, and now with his added momentum of flight, it just has so much fucking hit to it. He swings it around, it actually wraps around Storvold's neck, and as he yanks it, the head pops off. Storvold crumbles into a heap. But you watch. What was the damage taken? 16. Okay. So, zombies get a thing called Undead Fortitude. He gets to make a Constitution save equivalent to the damage that he took. So 16 is what he has to roll higher on this Constitution save. He gets a +5, so this D20 has to be an 11 or higher. It is not. Storvold, blasted by this radiant damage from Bergen and choked with the chain of dredge, is pulled to the ground and remains motionless. Jarl Storvold has fallen.
smell like shit in here.
I just hear Bergen yell out, "Witness!"
Right. Arcanox, you have one more attack to make as well as a bonus action.
See here, I'm gonna use I'm going to use my bonus action to use my Igneous
Get it.
and add it to my last attack, which I'm going to use more ranged attack against the Black Dragon. So I should be within range.
I will tell you, when you use Igneous, it ignites both of your weapons. So if you use it at like the top of the round, you get all three, but you can use it now to do just the one if you would like.
I got a couple more charges.
Okay. Alright, so you're hitting Umbrasil?
For that, yeah. Actually.
22 does hit an Umbrasil. Roll some damage for me. And then your Ignis damage too. Igneous. Ignician. 13.
I'm just going to roll 4d10s for you.
That's cool, that's cool, that's
Shazam.
cool. Oh wow, 2 10s, 2 1s. That is a unique spread. That's 22 points
Perfectly
of damage.
balanced.
As all things should be. Let me just check one thing. They are currently young dragons. Okay, it is looking like it's... Oh, that math did not add up right.
Math, not math.
Not at all. Why did it do that? Oh, because I hit a minus and it did that. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know it would do that. Oh my fuck. It's so annoying because now I have to remember what it was. Okay, plus that. It is in Bloody's territory, but it is not quite dead yet. With that in mind, as we finish up with Arcanox's turn, Golbrand. You see Storvold go on the ground, and the dragons and the remaining 2 giants are looking fairly ferocious. What do you do?
I guess it's time. So Golbrand's gonna move 5, 10, 15. Oh no, I shouldn't have put him under Bergen. 15, 20, 25.
That's the safest place to be, actually. I would recommend that.
Y'all, fuckers. I lost count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
50?
I can
You
go
can't walk
45.
through the stone, unfortunately.
I walked around it. Like
Oh,
I
did
did
you?
the squares around
Oh,
it.
you have 45, that's right.
I do have
Okay.
45.
You
So,
walk into Donovan's sphere of influence. What do you do?
Yep. Literally walking with his scythe out. I don't know if he wants to say anything or not, but I haven't. I don't know.
Big Kratos energy.
Enough is
Kratos
enough.
energy.
Is really what's going through my mind. Enough is enough, and he's just going pop, pop. Oh!
Oh,
Get it.
damn!
I guess I'll use my bonus action to do some necrotic to that last one.
Roll, my dude.
Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. Hold on, it's on my
Oh,
weapon.
thank you. I didn't hear that, right?
I ain't hear nothing.
I ain't scared. Oh, so that should also be doubled because I rolled it. Does that mean I get 30 back?
Damn.
Well, you see, this is where it gets tricky because you popped both hits, and then after you saw the hits, decided to do the thing. Normally, I would say make the first swing, decide if you want to use the bonus charge on it. Make the second swing, decide if you want to use the bonus charge on it. I will not. Technically, it's a bonus action, so it's not part of the same attack. I will say you don't get to double the necrotic, unfortunately. But you do get 15 plus the 14 is 29 plus 18. 29 plus 18 is 47.
Did you get my +4 total for rage? Because that's not doubled either.
Plus 4. Oh, I did not do it for the second one. You're right. And actually,
Corbin's like, stop your shit!
Like, concentrate on that big guy.
Because that second attack is technically yeah, because regardless of how you cut it, he took... Did it not roll damage for these? Just there's the crit. A 12 and a 18 plus 15, so he's got to make a save for
he's not
A lot.
concentrating on anything.
his bubble. Oh.
Oh, you are correct. Yes. Okay, so he does get advantage on these saves. Let me double check what his con is. He gets a plus 16 concentrate to Constitution save.
Okay.
So
Yes, beat a
none of those
30.
were above 20, so he has to do 10 damage.
No, he takes damage. Well, it's all the damage he took in that turn, isn't it? That second attack
No,
technically has the...
it's per hit.
But the second hit had damage tacked on.
There. Well, I get that, Devin. So okay, so the 12
So
would
he's
be a
gonna
10
roll
save.
a con save for each hit.
He's going to roll a con save for 2 hits. Yes, sir.
Alright.
So the first one, he has to beat a 10. He has a plus 16, so, as long as he doesn't roll a 1, and he doesn't. The second one, 18, I will allow the 15 to be added on, so 18, actually it's 20. So 35 halved is 17, and he rolled above a 3, so we are good there. He is maintaining concentration. As we finish up with Goldbrand, we go to Starbold, who is dead, and to Bekora.
Oh yes, hello.
Glad to have you, homie.
Okay. I think that I am going to. Has anybody in the party determined that radiant damage is still the way to go for all these guys, the dragons and everything? I assume. Cool. I'm just gonna go ahead.
Radiant damage is effective against the giants, and the frost giant was affected by fire. Sansori was affected by lightning. So they have other weaknesses as well, potentially.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and
We
pop
have
Crown of
not.
Stars then, because I'm gonna see what it does.
That's some dope shit. You made Joey die.
He fell out of his chair and now he's gone.
Yeah.
Trying to finish my chips
Joey, no
with
more.
some shred of dignity.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and throw this out here.
Yeah,
I don't know what the heck is happening. That's not what was supposed to occur, I don't think.
Oh, it's a 20 though. Drop
That
the
was
spell
exactly
in chat,
what was
please.
supposed to happen.
Well, the screen rolled like 60 20s. I don't know what just happened. I
That's
think
the
it was trying to
damage.
roll for
I
every
think
attack.
when you hit cast, it rolls to hit and the damage.
Yeah. There you go.
You use a bonus action to send one of the motes streaking toward one creature or object within 120 feet of you. When you do, make a ranged spell attack on a hit, takes 4d12 radiant. When you hit or miss, the mote is expended. The spell ends early if you expend the last mote. If you have 4 or more motes remaining, the light shred, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you are not concentrating on this.
Yeah, buddy.
No, that's dope.
That's fucked.
It is great. It is wonderful.
So, it does take a bonus action to use. You have your first motes to use this turn. What would you like to hit? Or try to hit?
What did that 20 do then? What the heck was the point of that?
That's going to be your 2 hits,
Right.
so that's good.
Okay. Who do I want to shoot this at? I think I need to slow down the dragons. That feels important.
Maybe the giant guy in front of you.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
kind of thinking Orlecto might not be a
Yeah,
bad call.
he was incapacitated last round, but he will not be this round unless you
All right,
do
yeah.
otherwise. For
I'm
for
gonna-
what that's worth, you're welcome to do whatever.
He's been pent up a lot of anger and frustration at this point.
I'm gonna
And-
blow the bonus action roll there to smack him point blank right in front of him.
Okay, so that's actually the 32 plus the 24, which together is 56 points of radiant damage, which he is vulnerable to. So he takes an additional 28 points. 56 plus 28, 64.
84.
84, yes sir. An impressive chunk of damage. Hang on, Joey's got to do some math. Let's start with the 4. Okay. And the 80. Okay. An impressive chunk as this burst of radiant energy slams into Orlecto's chest. Fantastic. That's your action and bonus action. You can try to move if you want, but he's gonna swing at you if you do. So
No.
as we round to Zolto, Davos poofed away from him. Oh, also at the start of your turn, Florence takes 5 points of damage and is dead.
Oh.
She was already dead. You don't really mourn her. I think Zolto sees the action happening down here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's
He
gonna
just
pop
saw
here.
Goldbrand run up and hit Donovan.
Yeah, he ain't worried about Donovan.
Damn it.
Zolto, as he enters your range, gets to make a reaction. We're going to say it's going to be on Bergen. Devin, make a constitution save for Bergen as his shield becomes incredibly hot.
God damn it.
Ooh, okay. Bergen drops his shield unwillingly as a reflex. He also takes 2d8 damage, which comes out to be 9 points of damage to our cleric boy. Devin, if you'll take care of that, his AC has dropped by 2, so it's now 17. That is just because his aura that he radiates. So, you're dead now. I've only got 2 pages left for these guys. With that, I think we're going to go with a couple of things. He's been hounding Davos,
Bring it.
but Bergen is healing people. I'll say this first one will be at Bergen. 11 plus a fuck ton of shit. Oh, where is it? There it is. 22 total, which definitely hits. Bergen takes 28 points of damage and is on fire, if you will mark that on your token, good sir. And now, if it's even, he'll hit Davos. If it's odd, he'll hit Bergen. It is odd, so he's going to hit Bergen again. He's going to go in with another Flaming Hammer. Blah, 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 an 18 plus 11, blah, 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 blah. 28 more points. Does that down him?
It does down him. Like I said, I'll have to find a fire icon now.
Bergen, well, he's technically still on fire. Zalto comes in and crashes into Bergen. Bergen drops his shield from the intense heat of it. And as Bergen turns back around, gets slammed with the hammer once again and goes down. He does not have a third attack to follow up with. As we round to the top of initiative, Donovan cries out. Actually, we'll do one thing first. The dragons all get a little bigger. They are now adult dragons. I need, let's say, V as our newcomer. Roll a d6 for me, good sir. A 6. That's fantastic.
That was the white one. For us.
For you, actually, yes. So there are only 5 dragons to begin with. Of course, one is dead now. However, a 6 on the table means that none of them have their breath to use this turn. Is the way that I was working it out. So you actually avoid the party getting a heavy blast of damage. However,
for 4 different dragons?
Well, they wouldn't be all 4 of them at once. The D6 is to determine which dragon would fire. You are growing a little concerned with the fact that all of the dragons are getting much bigger very quickly. They're actually bursting out of the buildings that they were in previously. And as we rotate this dragon to look pretty and face the center of the circle like the others, there we go. As we do that, you hear Donovan crying out, still in Infernal, subverting the ancient druid's ward and spell. And you watch as these 3 stone gates that have popped up have a blazing flame that pops within them. One to the north next to the tavern, one to the east next to the stables, and one to the south next to the shop. And you watch as stepping from them, from the northern gates. Sorry, trying to do multiple shit. From the northern gate, clad in heavy armor, a hole in her chest where she had been run through by Davos. Bane Darkwind emerges. From the one in the east, you see a fairly familiar form, one that you've fought a few times now, as Azazel comes through. But as you look at him, he is not the same entity you previously saw. You slew him in the Fey, severing his connection to the Feywild. And as a result, his wings that were once broad and bat-like are now skeletal. His tail is now not the chitinous scorpion tail, but plated with bone, and then has a long, jagged 3-foot bone that has barbs on the end of it as it's his tail. He does not have his rapier, because one of you has it, Sir Davos, so good for you on that. And from the lower gate, you watch as the burly dwarf emerges, Amergo. Again, huge for a dwarf, nearly 6 feet tall, built like fucking Kingpin from Batman. Absolutely tremendous. And across each of his fingers is an iron band, which all of you know is a source of his spellcasting. As these 3 emerge from the portals. That's not where it needs to be. As these 3 emerge from the portals, I'm going to roll initiative for them real quick. We're actually going to take a quick break. So, take 5 to 10, go get yourself a snack, a drink, take a shot, take some heroin. I don't know. I'm not your dad. Do what you want to do. Love you guys.
Dungeon Daddy.
Dungeon Daddy, indeed. We'll see y'all in just a second. Blah! Alright, motherfucker. What do you think so far?
I mean, I ain't scared.
Yes, should be. You don't even know what's coming yet.
You made me numb to death. I don't know what's coming. I don't care.
Good. To be fair, I've killed you like 3 times now, so yeah, that tracks. It sounds like we're all here. I think I heard a barb, but I don't see a barb unmuted.
I'm on ding. Not on him, but in the kitchen.
I gotcha. Cool. All right. As these 3 gates ignite with this brilliant red-yellow flame, and these 3 figures step forward, figures that you have struggled against in the past, now united, and you can't help but feel that Generals of Hell is deeply unsettling, and you can't quite place your finger on it. As all 3 of these step forward, I've thrown them into the initiative tracker here. Pandora, you are up first. Within mere feet of you, you see Amerigo, the man who's responsible for your sister being enslaved. What do you do? Not all at once, Barbara. Don't overwhelm
Sorry, I
us.
had to take back my phone. I was cooking.
No, you're fine. I just like to fuck with you. You know this.
Right. Okay, so, there's so much going on, though.
Right?
Let's see, and I'm not hidden. Right? I think we determined I wasn't hidden.
I think you did get a 19 with your last one. Oh, no, but you were paralyzed for the turn that Storvold saw you. Technically,
right.
Storvold saw you. You're indoors. I'll tell you what, roll a d20. If it gets above a 10, we'll say that you're hidden from most of the other creatures as well.
Oh, damn.
A 9, no, I'm sorry. There's a window right in front of that, and Amerigo looks through it, and his yellow eyes, framed by his huge black horns, make direct contact with you. And he gives you a smile, and he goes, my next acquisition. What do you do?
Shit, I was trying to think if there's a way that I can page my amethyst girlfriend. Shit, because this is starting to really suck. And,
Indeed, certainly. I will allow you, as a bonus action, take a moment with your amethyst bow, you clutch it, and you think of hot stuff.
Okay, I got a question, Joey. Is the pit where the Nightstone is there
Yes,
still space between the Nightstone and the pit, or is it, like, completely captivating the pit?
No, so the pit was what originally held the Nightstone, but now that your amethyst gems are within it, the Nightstone is actually about 10-ish feet off the ground. There is a pit of spiked amethyst beneath it to where it's impassable terrain, but that area is weightless as well.
Well, what I wanted to do to try and call forth my babe, seeing all these dragons, it makes me think of her, you know, is crawl on top of this house, like fucking parkour up the house with my cat-like climbing, and shoot, kiss an arrow, and then shoot it at the amethyst spikes that are coming out of that pit. And just hope for the best. My prayer to her.
You grip your bow tightly, and you draw back your arrow. You kiss it lightly. It fires off, arcs perfectly. Your aim not even requiring you to make a check, and seems to plummet within the pit. And at first, nothing happens, and you're feeling panicked. But then you hear her presence come to you. She goes, my chosen champion. You call for my aid, and so it shall be. I will need but just a moment, but I shall come to fight. You gather that hot stuff is more or less on her way, or whatever that may mean.
Yeah, girlfriend's on the way.
I will say, since you shot an arrow, I kind of want to count it as your action, but I'm going to be a nice guy and say that was a bonus action. Well, I'll let you choose. If you want to hide, you can hide. If you want to take an attack, you can
hide after my prayer.
Okay. Roll a fantastic. Go ahead and mark that over your token.
I gotta honor her by being sneaky.
Yeah, of course. I mean, she hid the Fey realm for fucking 1,000 years. Yeah, that's totally up her alley. Davos, as this happens and you see Azazel, Bane, and Amerigo pop forward, what do?
I'm running straight to my Bergie boy because we ain't making it without him.
You're right!
Help is on the way!
You're so damn right!
He's on the way, dear!
Hey, on the way, dear! Oh, God.
And I am going to cast my only 6th level spell slot as a Cure Wounds, which is 6d8 plus 4.
Holy boy.
As Davos rushes up to Bergen, and you see from the blows that he was saying, his skin is scarred and torn and blazing. You lay your hand beneath his head. You place your hand on his chest, and you're trying to course through the magic, but you don't quite feel it. You take your amulet and you press it against his chest, and with this radiant glow, you feel as the magic courses through you, the strongest that it has ever been. We're going to say that does max healing for this. So instead of 68 plus 4, it's going to do 6 times 8 is 48 plus 4. 52 points of healing to Bergen as he rises with this miniature burst of sunlight on the center of the battlefield. The Holy Boys working together, back in action once again. That does use your action. What do you do with your bonus action?
I'm blinding all of these 3
Light them up.
with my Light of Lathander. If I can hit Duke's Alto, Amerigo, and Umbrasil.
How long's that radius now?
30-foot cone. Let me double check.
Yeah, you're right. It did bump up quite a bit. No, that's good. Okay, go ahead and that's a Constitution.
Con. 18 con.
Okay, I'll start with Zalto. Constitution is his strong suit. 10 plus 8 is exactly an 18. Amerigo, I'm actually gonna have to cheat real quick and look at his character sheet.
Bro, Duke's Alto is like the bane of my existence.
Which, yeah, I mean, this this armor of... I love that these are the 2 that y'all picked as your favorites, too, that have lasted the longest. I thought that Storvald would give you more trouble, because he has a bunch of stuff to let him, like, come back at 1 hit point, but y'all fucked that up. Alright,
he fucked up his roll.
did you say a con save?
It is a con.
Okay, so he gets to add a +7 to this, so he has to beat an 11. He rolled a nat 20 for Amerigo. Umbrasil.
Just 8.
Another nat 20! I can't even!
What an appropriate song.
That's a 10, Joey. What are you talking about?
I put that on this playlist for that exact reason.
We're dead, baby.
Okay, so Umbrasil and Amerigo take half damage. However, Zalto is still vulnerable to the
Radiant?
11 to the radiant damage. So he's going to take an extra bit from that. He's going to take an extra 10 for a total of well, no, he's taking 11, so he'll take an extra 6 for a total of 17. What's my math doing? Wow, wow, wow. And then, what did I say, 17?
So I didn't get a single one with that.
No, unfortunately not. Con is unfortunately what many of your allies seem to be pretty good at.
And I would yell out, we need to stop the ritual. It's just getting worse and worse.
You are right about that. As we round to... actually, as you end your turn, Azazel's going to use a legendary action. Where'd my pen go? He's going to use a legendary action to fly 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to rush up on Bergen, seeing you having picked him up. I think I know what he's going to do, but I'm going to read one thing just to be safe.
All these people obsessed with Bergen, man. Like
He's picking y'all up, you know, they're trying to work on him. I think he's going to start off with 2 of his bone tail attacks. This long, bone-plated scorpion tail with that barbed end. He's going to roll 2 hits. I'll actually roll these in chat. He gets to add 10 to these. 26 and an 18, and Bergen dropped his shields, so Bergen takes both of those. I need Bergen to make 2 Constitution saves.
2 con saves.
2 con saves indeed.
stop trying to bone Bergen.
One of those is a pass. So Bergen altogether
Hello.
is taking 32. No, wait. 14 times 2 is 28 points of damage. Plus the 12 is an even 40 point. He takes 40 points of damage as Azazel lays into him with his tail. As we do that, how's Bergen looking? 12, okay. With that, we round to Orlecto, who finally unstunned, furious at Z, is going to make 2 swings on you. A nat 1 and a 10 plus 14. Yeah, so the second one hits, take 30 points of damage. As Orlecto lays into you with this incredibly long katana, the Odachi.
Said 32.
32 indeed.
Well, I want to use telekinetic reprisal.
Oh, okay, yeah, do it, dude.
Not that much damage, but
That's okay. Does he get pulled or pushed?
technically it's pushed, but only if he fails a DC strength save of 18.
Well, I've got bad news, my dude. His strength is plus 14, so unless he rolls a 1, which he do not, he stays in place. At the end of his turn, however, Bane looks at Goldbrand and clenches, and what you see on her wrist is that gauntlet once again. The gauntlet that you sent with her corpse, but with the Order of the Aster and the Order of the Gauntlet. It seems as her manifestation back in this plane, it has come with her, a blessing of her god. Goldbrand, you are vulnerable to all damage types until the end of Bane's next turn. As we go to her turn...
No saves, it's an auto thing?
It isn't, I will confirm, but that, I do believe, be an auto thing. Where's my window? Hidden behind. I also dropped pictures of them in Strongholds and Followers, if you guys want to take a peek at what these bad bitches look like. The goddamn shame.
Looks like they did when we killed them.
It's funny, they've killed Azazel 3 times. That bitch just keeps coming back, but should be a hit.
There we go.
Wasn't he killed with Goldbrand's scythe?
He was not, no. The last person to kill him was Pandora. She shot him in the Fey Realm. This is right when you got the scythe. That's the only encounter you've had with him. I did go back and look at these episodes. By the way, this is what 40, 48, 60 was. In episode 40, y'all battled Azazel. In episode 48, you battled Amerigo. In episode 60, you battled Bane.
God damn. Right.
No.
But I pulled up Bane's sheet and I forgot what I was looking at. Devin, what did you ask?
If it's
If
a
it was-
save or if I'm just automatically vulnerable.
Okay. I think it's auto, but I will check. The goddamn shame.
Showed up during the Azazel fight too, damn.
It is... Oh! No, it is a con. I'm sorry. Go ahead and roll a Constitution save.
I was about to say automatic would be pretty broken.
That would be pretty fucked. That fails, so you are vulnerable. As it comes to her turn, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She pops up right by, excuse me, Donovan. And I think she's going to do a couple of things. She's going to use a goading attack on you for this first strike, so you have to make a wisdom save if she hits. That's a 19 plus some bullshit. I'm looking in the wrong place. Plus 13. Yeah, that definitely hits. Take 24 points of slashing damage. 29 halved to 14. 14 points of slashing damage. Make a wisdom save.
But vulnerable.
Oh, you're right. So
So,
not 14. You
29.
instead take 21. 21. It's funny. Resistance and vulnerability at the same time. The math is fucked. I'll be a gentleman and let vulnerability count first. I think it might come out the same either way. Your wisdom save passes. She's going to use her second maneuver. Excuse me, her second attack to make the same maneuver. Boop, boop. And I'll actually roll these in chat. Try to get better about that, but it's just so convenient to roll the dice in hand. A 5 plus 13 is 18. I think that hits a Goldbrand, doesn't it?
Yeah, 18 meets.
Okay, that's 24 points of... excuse me. The same amount. What did I say? 17?
21.
21 points of slashing damage. Make another save. 18? I think that... Oh, it's a DC 19 for her. No. So you, to attack anyone but her, you have disadvantage. As we round to Bergie Boy. Bergen, just been rushed up on by Azazel. What do you think he does, my dude?
Bergen's gonna bonus action Misty Step.
Smart move. Where's he go? I will remind you, if he does that, he can't cast a spell.
I mean, he don't have any other choice, really. I don't really see any other option. I think he's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He can get. Oh man, actually, he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to go to here. Where he can hopefully still see everybody.
So that's a bonus action action?
That's not a healing spell, is it?
But he can make a... His action is good for a regular mace attack. He can use the shooty mace anytime as an action. It's only a bonus action when he heals.
I got you. He will shooty mace or Lecto.
Okay. Pop off, bitch!
14 damage total, 7 bludgeoning.
But part of that's 7,
radiant.
so that's extra 4. Then it's not 14, it's 18 points. Which carves into her Electo quite well. As we round to Arcanox.
So that didn't take. I was gonna say, that didn't take any of his movement speed. He kind of wants to take cover,
correct.
but this is a field, isn't it?
Yes, I could say he could. Well, he can't make a stealth check in it. Yeah, he doesn't really have teleporting there. He doesn't really have anything to hide behind. I will say he probably knows he could teleport down here, and hide behind that house, which could give him some cover.
That's gonna take him away from this side of the field. It's gonna take him away from V and Goldbrand. That's what I was
But it
worried
puts him
about.
closer to Davos, Ark, and Pandora,
He'll go
who
down.
are more hurt, I think, right now.
He'll go ahead.
Maybe not more than Goldbrand.
He'll go ahead and pop down there just to have somewhere that he's not so out in the open. At the very least, block line of sight from some things.
I got you. Alright, so Arcanox, what do you do, my dude? You also take 2 points of fire damage, I know. Excuse me.
Anyway, did that black dragon gain any health when he grew, or is he still kind of fucked up?
I was gonna ask to make a check, but as a Dragonborn, you gather that the damage that you are dealing is staying with it, but its hit point maximum is increasing as it grows. Which is very scary because you know that adult dragons are incredibly difficult to deal with in themselves, let alone 4 of them. You're a little anxious.
Okay, so that being said, White Dragon. You know, I'm gonna fly up to him a little bit. I'm just gonna smack at him.
Do it. Fuck that bitch up. I gotta
shit.
check one thing. 24 hits for an adult. A 20 does not. No, sir. So, roll 1 damage, and then you still have an attack and bonus action left.
See here. I'm gonna expend a charge on my douse actually, because on a hit I can deal an additional 2d8.
Okay, I'll allow it. Go ahead and roll 2d8. Actually, I
Bam.
think that's the way that one's made more like a smite, so that's good.
Okay.
Bow, 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 bow. And then roll damage for the hit. Alright, so 18. Excellent. Oh, I'm sorry. Nope. I did that the reverse direction. You're looking at him. He's pretty fucked up. It's beyond bloody, like it's under half hit points. It's not quite battered, where it's under 25%. But y'all are doing a good chunk to it. With that, I think you still have 1 more attack and a bonus action. Unless it's a bonus action to pop that charge, I'm not sure.
I'm just gonna swing at him again with dredge. If that's the case.
21 meets. Go ahead and roll damage.
Bam.
Excellent. An extra 10 pop. Alright, you got bonus action left, I think.
I'm gonna have one more time then. Then the bonus.
17 does not hit, unfortunately.
Boo.
That's okay, because that's a pretty solid series of swings. I know this is Davos' shield, but I'm trying to fix it to Bergen's shield. Because he also dropped his shit. Y'all can pick that back up, you gather. In fact, Davos...
his aura, though, right?
Well, the thing is, he can only do 1 at a time. So your shield is no longer red hot, but Bergen's is. Heat Metal is a concentration spell. This is technically a variation of it as an aura, but I figured it would be too broken if you could just do it to everybody, so we're going to keep it concentration-based. Or not concentration-based, but one at a time based. With that, we round to Amergo. One of my favorite villains, who's first going to start off. We're going to see if he sees Pandora. What's your last stealth check? 20-something stupid?
Yeah, 20-something stupid. Oh shoot, I didn't put it in my box. Good job, me. 24.
24, okay. Rolled a 16, but I think that's still out of his reach. He got a 22. You're very lucky. He does not see you. However, he does see Arcanox up here pounding into this motherfucker. Let me check one thing. I've only got like 100 enemies to keep up with. He's gonna come up. Oh.
Just like to point out that Devin no longer drinks wine out of the bottle.
He's learning.
You don't know that.
To be fair, that's a good retort.
You can probably shake up a tumbler and aerate it real nice.
Yeah, at least he switched to the Yeti cup thermos.
Like a gentleman.
That's a whole bottle in here.
I'll have y'all know this is a water container.
Amergo is going to cast Call Lightning. You watch as one of his rings glows with this blue energy. Each creature within 5 feet of that point. Is there a spot he can get more than one? Not really.
I think there's Donovan and Bane over there that are close to each other.
Yeah, that's for sure. He'll actually pop over here instead, and he is going to cast this against Arcanox. Arcanox, you need to make a dex saving throw for me. There goes my hero. Oh, that fails. You are going to take a chunk of 16 lightning damage as Amergo comes out. His ring glows, the clouds grow dark above him, and a bolt of lightning hurtles at you. You do take that 16 points. That is his action. I don't think he has a bonus action that he can use, so we're going to go ahead and roll to Goldbrand. What you got,
Stop
homie?
at him as he does that.
Goldbrand do what Goldbrand does. What is going on with Goldbrand? He has a disadvantage if he attacks anybody but Bane. Doesn't matter. Swinging for Donovan.
Okay, roll at disadvantage.
Doesn't care.
Still hits. Roll damage for the first hit.
So +2 for rage.
Yeah.
+2 for rage.
Strong. Witness.
Witness. Goldbrand's like, no, I'm busy. Stop. I don't think that I can really do anything with my bonus action. I'd roll a disadvantage to throw the thing. Well, I can hit Orlecto, so I'll do that. Lights up.
Okay. Going to Javelin. Gotcha.
Throws the javelin. At Orlecto.
I thought about this the other day. When you cast it, do you get to throw one that turn? Does it specify that? Okay. I was wondering about that the other day. I'll go ahead and mark off 15 points. And Orlecto is looking pretty rough. He's approaching the battered's 25%. Actually, he's under the battered 25% territory. Oh, well, that's a fuck ton.
Oh, it is subsequent turns. You're correct.
You're a fuck. That's okay. No, I'm kidding. No biggie.
When you activate this form as a bonus action. 100? Never mind. Oh, and is it? Sorry. It is both.
There's so much to read.
Yeah, it is both. It specifies both. When you make it as a bonus action.
And as a bonus action on subsequent turns. Yes, okay. Okay, so that does work. Let me mark that damage back. Orlecto goes on a roller coaster of pain. That's your action bonus action as we round to Vicora. Vicora, there's old Gnawbone inches behind you and Orlecto towering before you. As well as 3 demony boys who just stroll up in the battlefield. What do you do? Oh, actually, I'm sorry. At the end of Goldbrand's turn, Amergo is going to use his legendary action. He is going to use... Oh, he can't really get a lot of you. Yeah, you're really scattered right now, unfortunately. He can only do one of the lesser ones. Interesting. He's going to see... actually, I'll allow him a perception check. Bergen technically isn't hiding, he's just around the corner. Actually, before I do that, I will read the spell to make sure. And because it's popping up in the same window as my roll 20, you guys will get to read it too. You can see within range. Interesting. Alright, I need Davos, Arcanox, 1, 2, 3, 4, and Goldbrand. I need all three of you to make a Charisma save. Davos is not too bad on those. Oh, 17's not bad, but I think that does fail. Yeah, he has a DC of 18. Arcanox, that fails. Davos, you pass. Arcanox and Goldbrand, you feel as the effects of a Bane spell take hold of you. Ironic that it was him to use it and not Bane, even though she can do that.
2 seconds.
2 seconds?
I have
No,
to,
Devin.
I have to
You
make
get
sure.
No seconds.
I have to
Fuck
make sure. Never mind. Okay, I can't do it after the roll. I can't wheel after a roll, which I didn't know.
Where did it go?
Did Donovan take that damage Goldbrand did to him?
He did.
I see.
And you didn't see that hit bar move much, did you? Let me look at one thing. Alright, so for Goldbrand and Arcanox, you guys are going to take a -4 to attack rolls or saving throws. Please put a marker on you, maybe the skull and crossbones to help us remember that. And with that, we round to Vikura. What do you got, dog?
I have a question. Hey, Ark,
Yes, sir?
how's your health looking, buddy?
Don't worry about me.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
Ark
said-
is the least worried in this fight.
I think Bergen and Goldbrand are the lowest.
Why are you asking, though? That's so funny.
Because my butt's about to just lob a fireball over the fence at as many of these suckers in this vicinity as I can hit and say, sorry, Ark, but you have a lot of health and the rest of us don't.
He also has fire
about
resistance
to
as a
say-
Dragonborn.
Yeah.
So, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
but
damage
see,
is fine.
this boy
if you're
over
gonna
here,
hit him with anything,
but this boy over here, I'm pretty sure is also resistant to fire damage, so that's why I asked, because sorry, Ark, I'm probably gonna modify this to try and chunk this stupid tall boy.
which stupid tall boy? Zalto?
Yeah, Zalto.
The fire giant?
Yeah.
Are you using
He's
fire?
He said he's gonna modify it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh,
modify
okay.
it and not
I
use
gotcha.
fire. That's why I was asking. I was
I
like,
see. I gotcha.
So I was like, I know you would resist a standard fireball, but it's not gonna be a...
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright,
Oh, what are you popping, and where?
so for starters, I'm gonna throw a fireball. It's 20 feet, so it's actually 40 feet, right? 20 foot.
Yeah, 40 feet across, so 8
Okay.
squares.
So, oh, holy Jesus.
Holy Jesus, he says.
3, 4. Although, 3, 4. Honestly, I think if I cast it like right here, right, I can get this, like, this guy, and the dragon in the backside of the radius.
I don't know who you're talking about when you say this guy.
Yeah, that's fair. So I think if I cast it like right here, I can clip Azazel, I can clip Zalto, and I could probably clip Umbrasil.
You would get Azazel, Zolto, Amergo, Umbrasil. You could avoid Davos, but you would get Arc. Yeah, all those would work. What
Alright,
element
cool.
are you doing?
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go
Radiant.
with. I don't have radiant as an option,
That's a
unfortunately.
good guess. A good option.
You know what? In this scenario, I think I'm gonna go with cold damage.
Cool. Okay. Also, as an aside, it didn't happen, so I don't mind to tell you guys. If Tabitha died in the Battle of Bane, she would have become his Radiant Spirit, which I think is fucking adorable. So
In that side
excuse
moment,
that.
I was sitting there. I was like, I kind of wish I had radiant, but I'm also I don't.
Glad she's not dead. With that, we'll start with the adult black dragon. It's an adult now. I've got to pull up a stat sheet. I'm sorry, because
And I'm gonna go ahead and roll the things so you know what you're looking at.
yeah, thank you, sir. Okay, an adult black dragon. This is a dex save. It has a +7 against these. Rolled a 6, so that fails. So it's going to go ahead and take the 38 of that. and it is looking rough. Never mind, I'm not going to say the number, but
It's
there's
2.
a 6 and
Got
a 9 involved.
Come on, Ark. Pass
Nice.
it. Saves.
Ark, go ahead and roll a dex save for me. This one's going to be for Amergo. That's a nat 20. This one's going to be for Zolto, and it's cold damage, you said?
Yes.
He is vulnerable to cold damage, so you're 38. That's another 19 on top of that, which is a 57.
Devin's
Just to
still trying
confirm,
to do
you
the
said that
math on the
Zolto,
last
right? Zolto? Is
Yes, sir.
vulnerable?
One on that saving throw, if that matters.
And then Azazel was the other one. I'm going to check something. I don't think he has vulnerability against cold, but he has resistance against fire, and so I'm going to check just in case. I've only got 20 stat plots to keep up with. He he resists cold because he's the son of the Fey Queen. That's right. So he's gonna make this. He actually has advantage on this because it's a magic effect. The higher is a 19, and with his modifiers, yeah. So he's still gonna take half. Azazel, well, he takes half and then half again. So instead of 38, not 17, but 9. Amergo is likewise gonna take the 19 points. I've already done the damage on Umbrasil. I've already done the damage on Zolto. Ark, you passed. You are going to take 19 points of cold damage as this washes over you. With that, we round to Zolto the Torrid.
Wait, I'm gonna use my
Oh, I'm
bonus
sorry.
action real quick because I got another moat to expend, my man.
Do it.
Hope it hits somebody. That's Orlecto, by the way.
25. Okay, thank you for saying that. Excellent. Roll damage on that.
Hold on, it's gonna blow up. No, that's right.
23 as Radiant. You get an extra 12 on that for a total of 35, which puts him at a number that you don't know, but he is looking fucked up.
And
Excellent.
for integrity's sake, the green circle above my head is
That
the number of
much.
moats I have left.
Thank you for that, good sir. With that, we go to Zolto the Torrid. By the way, vocabulary check. Who knows what torrid means? Because I did not.
That's damn fat goth
Isn't that
girl.
some sort of clothing company?
I thought it was like decayed. It was like terrible. Like
No, torrid means searing or hot. But it sounds like horrid, which also feels like a fun thing. All of them are named something fun based on the sin they committed in life that is appropriate for what they became. With that,
Like to her, I'm not gonna lie. Or
one more
Lecto.
time?
I figured that was Lecto, the treacherous.
The treacherous, yeah. And
Which,
then we
by
had
the way,
since...
treachery means like betrayal.
Whoa!
That is
Holy
right.
shit!
Oh
Are
my
you
God.
kidding me?
Good
Dude.
job.
Damn! Who would have fucking thunk?
We have a little gold star.
You got it,
There was,
buddy.
there was also Sensori the Wretched because she became this wretched wraith. There was Storvold the Unyielding because he was obsessed with the fucking ring, but he is a zombie and thus very hard to kill. And then Ga the Insatiable. In life, she was super fat and could not be full, and now she's a skeleton and can't eat, so she's insatiable.
Too
With
bad there
that-
wasn't 7. So
What?
you did the 7 deadly sins.
Until the
know.
apocalypse. Let's go.
I like where your mind's at.
So if I do come back, I'd like to be Davos the Lustful.
Oh, for sure, yeah. It's either going to be that or Davos the very bad at puns, man. Very good at puns.
Good at puns.
Zolto, I'm trying to decide if he's going to hit you or if he's going to hit Ark. Ark is looking pretty right there. He's feeling pretty good.
What you got?
Um,
What you got?
But Davos is the squishier target. I think he's going to go for Davos.
He would.
He sees the fire damage doing a lot more to you than it does to fucking Ark.
Yeah.
With that, he's going to make 2 swings. A 27 and a 18. The 18 doesn't hit. So for the
Correct.
20, take 28 points of fire damage, and then an additional 5 as some extra fire flicks on you. With that, as we round to the top of initiative, Donovan once again cries out. This time he's going to he's switching to Jotun, and he goes, Then shall return the souls scribed on hell's pages. And as he says this, the 3 gates behind each of these demon lords begin to surge forth with troops. From Bane's gate, you see the fallen soldiers of her army charging through. From Amergo's gate, you see the slavers that he has claimed as Merkel's own charging through. From Azazel's gate, you see lesser devils and demons pouring through. And they begin to swarm the field, and you feel terrified. I also need, let's say, Barbara, roll a d6 for me, dog.
I don't want to roll a d6.
Well, just roll a 6 and you'll be fine. I'm so glad my kid's staying the night at somebody else's house tonight, because that would have woken him up. You watch as the 4 dragons around you grow even more immense. Gnawbone and Emerith reaching the same size as when you fought them. Malthazar, also just as big as you saw him within the Iron Slag. And Umbrasil, actually larger than what you fought him at the Battle of Bane. These 4 incredibly large dragons surround you, and you feel the dread in your chest weighs a ton. And yet, what a perfect song to play during this. There is a bolt of lightning that strikes on the southern side of the field. Safine. And as several more bolts pop in behind her, you see Valkyr, Taliban, Akanaria, Galvin, Sarah, Tabitha, Gideon, and Felgalis all appear in this burst of lightning as Safine teleports them all forward. Safine, her eyes blazing blue, her hair drifting around her. A couple of things are going to happen with this. First, Tabitha and Sarah send off a wave of heals. Each of you gain 20 hit points.
Ooh, 20 hit points. My favorite.
You watch as Valkyr, Taliban, and Gideon, all 3 charge off to fight the oncoming armies. Valkyr, mace in one hand, sword in the other, the shade of his wife behind him, wielding her 2 swords. Almost this intricate dance as this flurry of blows carves its way through these foes. You see Taliban, almost fucking shinobi style, teleporting through the air and throwing these psychic knives. You see Gideon, the obsidian hand axe in one hand, his longsword in the other, cleaving his way through. And then Galvin, Felgalis actually rises up and crashes into old Gnawbone, trying desperately to wrestle this dragon much larger than he is. And you watch as Akanaria and Galvin, Taliban and Galvin, Galvin clutches an amulet around his neck, and you hear him whispering something in Draconic. You would hear this, Arcanox, and you hear as he says, Zelen, for the sake of the realm, we need your aid. As this enormous emerald dragon, an incredibly long serpent miles back, emerges from the woods, rising up on its heel. As Pandora, you feel a powerful connection. That connection you felt earlier with the Amethyst Dragon, as suddenly emerging from behind you is Hot Stuff, as you know her. This incredibly large Amethyst Dragon. Actually, the very stones, the Amethyst stones that had begun appearing around the moat, begin to carve their way around, as this has been her new body forming within this realm. And as she rises up, all of Nightstone raises from the ground, empowered by her gravitational magic. A literal floating city above the now river and a pit beneath. And as Safine looks over to Taliban and says, well, Shug, I guess the cat's out of the bag now. As she begins to grow this immense size, turning into this blue gem as she emerges as the Sapphire Dragon, Zapuhiri, Taliban's longtime patron, who rises up before these foes. 3 gemstone dragons have come to aid you in this critical moment, along with Fogalis and these powerful casters. You feel, for the first time in a hot minute, that there is still hope for this.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I've been sitting on that for fucking since we started. Oh, okay. Let me do some moving around. The dragons seem completely occupied within themselves. It does not seem as if you are going to have to worry about the continuing breath attacks. But Saphine does one more thing before she transforms. You watch as behind her, stones come together to form this large black arch that fills with blue fire. And emerging from it, you see the Nightstone Watch, the Goldenfield Riders, the Order of the Aster, the Order of Lathander, pouring through to fight these armies of hell that are surging forward, protecting your town and you from this ever-growing threat. With that, it is absolute chaos around the battlefield. Pandora, we come to you. What do you do in this moment?
Blow a kiss to my
Shit
CD
my
over there,
pants.
and,
Hot stuff reciprocates.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think of the most strategical thing to do. Because Orlecto is so high up in the turn order, but he's also looking kind of rough, I think since I'm still up here shooting shit, I'm going to try and shoot him since he looks like he's about to die. We would like to for him to not have a turn.
That sounds great. Yeah, go ahead and roll a fantastic. 21 just beats his armor class. That is fantastic.
Oh,
So that's,
damn, I have to pop a charge. Oh, well, whatever.
well, you're hidden, right?
Yeah.
You know, and I'll even say, fucking, with your patron arriving, the dragon that has championed you, I will say get a free charge. Go ahead and roll the damage for that. 2d10.
2d10. Oh, yeah.
So that
This is my
37. Pandora lets loose an arrow that has such an incredible force behind it. As it slams into Orlecto, he is actually shot forward and goes through the gate of hell that soldiers are pouring through. Not only knocking several soldiers in, but disappearing within the gate itself as he is blasted off of his feet. You have a bonus action.
I want to do a really fucking cool sick-ass backflip.
A really cool sick-ass backflip. Sure!
Yep.
Why the fuck
Related
not?
to the fields to hide again.
Go ahead and roll. Okay, fantastic. Davos, as you see these 3 gemstone dragons arise from the area around you and begin to clash against these other dragons, what do you do?
Would you say I feel inspired?
You know what? Fuck it. Everybody take a point of inspiration. The bard has persuaded the DM, as is his right.
Yeah!
Just my high charisma score.
I didn't use my last point of inspiration, I'm not gonna lie, so.
You can do... We'll see. Maybe a free bonus.
No. I'm
going
gonna
to
take the
end-
2, okay? I wasn't gonna say
Give him
anything.
an extra swing.
You technically can only have one... Yeah, well, you still can only have the one, unfortunately, because that would be a little fucked.
Fuck it, whatever, I don't care. I forgot I had one anyways.
I'm
I was
ending
already.
Exalto this turn.
Let's see it, dog.
First swing with
Fight
Air
me.
Boar. Come on.
Fantastic. That hits. Roll damage.
And
Oh,
I'm
bring
gonna
it on.
add a Divine Smite at 4th level to that.
Fuck yeah, you are, Daddy.
Almighty spider.
I'm pumped. I've been waiting
Yeah,
for this
that
all fucking...
Alright, and let's see. So it is at 4th level. That's gonna be 5d8.
He's vulnerable to this damage.
1d8 for each spell higher. Yeah, so that's gonna be 5d8 plus the 1 extra d8 from Erenbor, and he's undead, right?
He is?
So that's 7d8 of damage.
Spicy.
Here's
I've got spicy
5
pits. I don't know about y'all.
and then 2. So 26 more damage of radiant.
26 plus the 13 extra that it would deal. 39. Zalto is on his last legs, but you have another swing, motherfucker.
I do.
Yeah.
Come on. Don't fail me now. Inspiration.
Yeah!
Fuck!
That does take the wind out of your sails just a little bit.
But as a bonus action, can I use my defensive flourish?
Is that a bonus action? I thought that was a reaction.
It uses Bardic Inspiration dice.
What? Read the thing to me again. The defensive flourish.
Whenever
Or
you
put it
take
in
the
chat.
attack action on your turn, if a weapon attack hits. So I didn't call it for the other attack.
But that's okay.
It says I can expend 1 use of your bardic inspiration and deal extra damage equal to the number you roll on the die, and then I also add that to my AC.
I do remember this now. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so I guess I'm rolling a d10.
Oh, you also take 5 points of fire damage as you're on fire.
Alright, 5 damage. And an extra 1d10 to add to his damage. And my AC. Hells yes.
Extra 6 points of damage. Does it say what kind of damage that is?
I would assume slashing. With
You know,
the weapon.
I would assume too, but I'm feeling generous. That, since you used radiant damage with that hit, I'm gonna make that radiant, which gives him vulnerability, which takes down Zalto. Davos,
Yes.
dedicated to kill Zalto this fucking turn, does exactly that. You watch as his rapier, his longsword is wreathed in this holy light, and as he blasts into Zalto, you watch this metal skeleton, the flames begin to flicker out as the metal bones fall to the ground. You have killed the last Jotun Lord. Hot fucking damn. Excellent. Anything else for your turn, my dude? Any movement? Oh, I get legendary attack.
Would I be able to pick up Bergen's shield and throw it to him? No, that's an action. Never mind.
You know what? Well, you just have movement because you used your bonus action for the flourish, is that right?
Correct.
Yeah, you could get to either shield and not take any damage because you wouldn't leave Azazel's range to do that. You could
Okay,
get to
then,
either
yeah.
one, but you couldn't throw or equip it.
Okay. I'll run to my shield then.
Okay. As a bonus action on your next turn, you can equip that if you would like.
Alright.
At the end of your turn, actually, Azazel is going to take a legendary action. Let me mark that off. He's going to hit you with his Bone Tail. Let me double check the damage on that.
That's a melee
Fantastic.
attack.
It is indeed. A 28 to hit. I need you to take 14 points of slashing and make a con save.
14. And a con save. Rip.
Oh no, that does not pass. Take another 12 points of poison damage. You feel this hellish venom that feels like fire spreading through your veins. With that,
I'd
we
like
actually.
to reaction hit him back. 19.
Against the Zazel, I think that hits. Let me see. That does hit. Roll damage. Fantastic. Davos gets an extra flick in on Azazel, who does not seem to be appreciative of that. He actually sees Bergen and Pandora hiding over in this field, and you watch as this orb of flame begins to form within his hand. And he goes, now, let's all play out in the open. And he blasts this into the wheat field, catching it on fire. Not only is this going to do damage, but it is also going to eliminate that as a hiding space. Pandora and Bergen, I need you both to make dex saving throws. Ooh, that's a fail, Pandora. As is that of Bergen. Both of you take 28 points of fire damage. As you are seared. Does that drop Bergen?
Not yet.
Can't see. Ooh, he's close though. Fantastic. With that, that's his action. I think he has a bonus action, but I don't know if he wants to use it. He only gets one of them. Oh! Okay, no, he can do a life drain. He's gonna make another attack on you, Davos. A 12, which does not hit a Davos. That is it for him. Before we go to Bane, I'm gonna look at one thing.
FYI, I got a 27 AC right now.
27 AC. Fantastic. Bane will actually cry out, extinguish the light! And to all three of them, excuse me, not Bane technically, but Azazel and Amerigo are going to get to make an attack. Azazel's going to make another attack on you. Shit. I'm going to roll this in chat because you're low. He gets to add a 10 to this. 19 does not hit a Davos! Wait, what's your AC without your shield?
It was 21 without the shield. Wait.
No,
yeah,
I think that's
21.
right, because you were like 23, 24.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Azazel does not get you. Amirgo does have reach, and he's going to go for you, Arcanox. He gets to add, I'll do this in chat again, for his punch attack. Let me look at this. He gets to add 10 as well.
Punch attack with reach.
He's a
like
surly ass dwarf, my dude.
Surly ass dragon.
You're right though. He does not manage to make contact. So Bane wastes her legendary action with that. Let me mark that off.
Hell yeah.
Bane. And who else used theirs? Azazel. With that, as we go to Bane, she's going to keep laying into you, Goldbrand. She's going to go with 2 swings. Each of these gets, and I'll actually roll these in chat. Is she going to use a maneuver? I think so. She's going to use 2 more goading attacks. Actually, she'll use 1 first. See if it hits. You get to add a 13 to this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's a 26. Devin, because you're raging, take 12 points of slash. Or excuse me, it's actually 17 halved. Takes 8 points of slashing damage. And make a wisdom save.
Flop.
You are once again taunted. She's going to make her next attack. This will just be a regular hit. Oh, and it's a nat 1. I'm glad she didn't waste a point for it. With that, we round to Bergen, who is in critical condition, who sees Davos and Goldbrand are also in critical condition. Z, Pandora, and Ark all look fairly good. What does Bergen do?
He's gonna do the best he can do. I guess I need to upcast this.
Yeah,
That's such
Not a lot.
classic Bergen. I'm going to do my best. Like,
Yeah. Gonna do my best. I guess
actually, do me one favor. You are watching the armies pour from these gates. And all you can think about is that you wish you had an artifact to seal them. That is all. Go ahead.
I mean, but
I broke Devin.
it's on tally. The only thing, well, we have the thing that finds them.
Tally doesn't seal
Right.
portals.
The ring doesn't either, does it? Unless he used it to close it when we got back, and I
The
can't.
ring doesn't close it. You don't know of anything on your person that does, but that's just something that crosses your mind.
He's still gonna throw it a heal. I guess it's gonna be a 6th level mass cure wounds. I'm not sure what else to do. I can't get everybody, can I? Can I get everybody for him? If I place it,
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
a 30-foot radius
place it
within
here.
90 feet. Yeah, everybody's within 6 feet of, 6 squares to the center. So go ahead and roll heals. Everyone gained 42 points of damage as the energy of Bergen courses through your veins and once again gives you reason to live.
That's what we're gonna do.
He has a bonus action.
Shooting mace.
Poppity pop pop. Which one?
Man, there's not many left, huh? I guess he's gonna get started on a Murgo.
He has to move away from the building to do that. You can't see him currently.
So he can just step right here. Now that he's feeling a little better, I think he is gonna shoot an Murgo. I'm not sure
Roll the hit.
which one. I don't think it's particularly important to kill any one of them first.
A 20. That meets, but you watch as Amirgo uses his reaction to cast a shield. A dome of this purplish energy blocks the blast as he turns to him and goes, Now, I'm much more of a hand-to-hand kind of guy. Come over here. He's going to use his legendary action to command Bergen. Bergen, make a wisdom save.
No. 26.
No, says Bergen. Grovel, says Bergen, Mike.
Bergen's like, nope.
Okay, that's your action, bonus action. As we round to Arcanox. Arcanox, dragons are fighting all around you. You have never felt more alive than in this moment. What do you do, my dude?
Actually, hold on 1 second. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna fly up to this black dragon, and you know what? I'm gonna swing him again, because you know what?
Hey.
Fuck this black dragon. What's up?
Well, I was going to say, the dragons seem like they're kind of entangled, in the respect that you don't feel like you have to worry about them, but if you want to, you're welcome to. Moves back.
Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna hit Amerigo. Fuck him. I've already killed him once.
Get him.
I'm gonna swing at him.
Actually, I had... excellent. Both of those hit. Roll damage. 9 and 14 for a total of 23. You lay in 2 heavy hits. You still get a third and a bonus action.
The third time. Want to see this here. Hit him with down. But grudge this time. Zam.
17 does not hit, unfortunately. Bonus action.
Tragic. Let's see here. Bonus action. I'm gonna move a little bit closer to Pandora just to back her up and just stay closer to the Amethyst Dragon.
Excellent. With that, we round to Amerigo. Oh, actually, as you leave Amerigo's... Oh, no, you don't leave his range, do you? Man, that 10-foot range, it gives and it takes. He actually sees you 3 grouped around together. He technically doesn't see Pandora, but he sees 2 of you. Yeah, he's gonna go with the... you watch as a fireball begins to build up in his hands, and you remember the delayed blast fireball that he sent off when you last fought him on the Tower of Seven Woes within Skullport. And yet, he doesn't hold on to this one. He hurls it at you, and it explodes within your area. I need Bergen, Pandora, and Arcanux to all make Dex saving throws. Oh. Let me check one thing. Oh, it's an action to do the Call Lightning on future turns. Thought it was a bonus action. That's okay. Arcanux, give me a... Oh, I see it. 6. All 3 of you fail. Arcanux, you technically resist this. So, Arc, you take 14. Pandora and Bergen both take 28 points of fire damage, as they are, for the second time, blasted with this fireball. That does... I don't think he has any bonus actions he can do. Let me look more... Okay. Oh, his only bonus action is another spell. With that, we're going to round to Golbrand. Golbrand, you're between Bane and Donovan, and feeling the pressure as Bane is cleaving into you. What do you do?
I want to figure out how Donovan destroyed our hollow. I just realized this whole fucking town is supposed to be hollowed.
Who helped him? Who helped him do that?
I don't remember. I'm not Bergen.
Donovan helped Bergen do that.
Sucks to be.
He stopped the teleportation magic, but part of the Nightstone, subverting ward and spell, it is superseding this. If you're asking about the teleportation magic.
Just all of it in general. I was looking for something in his spell list to close those gates. And it looks like Hollow does it, but then I was like, wait a second.
Golbrand, make a wisdom saving. Actually, let's make it an insight check.
Oh boy. I have to find my insight. Sorry. Hadn't used one in a minute.
17, that's not bad. Golbrand, you think back, all the artifacts that you've had through this campaign to try to protect the realm from these forces surging across it. They have been draconic artifacts. They have been Jotun artifacts. And you're thinking desperately of anything that you have, and the thought occurs to you. Those artifacts were claimed by Uthgard. Everything that has sealed these realms has been claimed by an Uthgard from a dragon, from a Jotun. Even the ones that you have sent, the masks that you sent from Sansuri's castle, were claimed by you. The jar that you guys freed from Ga was claimed by you. It is not because they are Jotun or because they are draconic in nature. It is because an Uthgard, a human, claimed them as their own and used it to seal these forces out of their realm. And you realize, as you clench your grip on your axe, that your Uthgard artifact can destroy these gates. What do you do?
Seems kind of steep for a feeble-minded fella.
Tell me about it. The
You
good
rolled a
news is-
17. That's not bad.
good news is
Wow.
You didn't get the full thing, but he got a chunk of it.
the good news is that Bergen heal was very helpful.
Indeed.
I need to fix that on my token. Hold on. Let me fix my token. Then I guess he's
One
gonna run a
Bergens
closed
as
one.
well.
I feel like I think I did add Bergen. Oh, no, you're right. I'll get Bergen.
And then he got extra heal with that too, right?
He does get extra out of it. I'm glad you caught that because I totally missed his. No, he just took damage.
Bergen heal.
He took a bunch of fire damage.
He did.
Shit. Alright, well. I guess I'm gonna go 5, 10. Well, which way do I go? Does it matter? I guess this is
Closer one.
5,
Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25. And I guess he's gonna swing at it. He don't, or maybe plant his axe in it. I'm not sure.
Roll
the
to hit.
extent of his. Gotta switch weapons on the way, like a badass.
Do you gotta roll at disadvantage if it's not Bane?
Technically, it says another creature besides Bane, so
Okay.
I'll allow it. With the 26, Goldbrand rushes up. His axe, forged from meteorite that is older than anything that is here, grips tightly onto it, swings back, and as he cleaves through the stone, he actually tears through the flame that makes up the portal, and the gate crumbles. The forces of, I think that one was Azazel, that were surging through, halted. And for a moment, your forces, which have been surging through one gate and have been overwhelmed, feel like there's a little bit more of a middle ground. They're feeling like they're gaining on the enemy. You still have an attack, technically, and a bonus action.
That took 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Also, technically, Bane would get an attack on you. Give me
Yeah.
1 second.
Do it.
He doesn't have Sentinel, so it wouldn't have changed that, but 27 to hit. I need you to take a hefty chunk of damage. 20, it's halved to 12 points of slashing damage to you, good sir.
Interesting.
Donovan technically would have also got an opportunity attack. He's not going to use it, though. He's going to save his reaction.
I think instead of going back to them, see, Goldbrand was here. 5, 10, 15, 20. He's gonna go 25, 30, assuming I can move through this stuff. 35, 40. Yes, 45 is right here. Guess I'm going gun for this one next.
You still have an attack if that changes your action at all. Movement at all.
Oh, yeah, okay. I will run past them as far as I can go, which this would have been 40, 45 would have been this. As far as I can get. Lock this up. Okay.
Oh, you're going
I'm
back
gonna run,
up? Okay.
I'm gonna run past them so I can attack one of them. I kind of forgot.
Okay.
That was the plan.
If you attack Donovan, you have disadvantage.
No, I'll go with attack Bane. It's fine. Use my axe since I've got it out. Oh, I didn't make
Yeah.
roll twice.
24 was the hit then? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. 11 points of slashing.
Plus 2 for rage.
Thank you, sir. 13 points of slashing.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to bail, motherfuckers.
Let's say we're probably going to call it here in a second, but we'll get to the top of initiative if you want to hang out for 1 second.
I'm sorry. Then I'm going to bed at midnight. I can't do it.
Kevin cannot, it is true. Well, thank you for joining us, my dude. Glad you got to see some fucking dragons and demons and fuckery. Can't wait to hear, can't wait to see what happens next week.
See, y'all have a good night and good luck.
Thank you, my dude. With that, we're going to round to Vikora. Vikora, Orlecto is before you slain. The dragons are all about you, fighting, blasting in the air. The entire environment is reeking of not only the elemental blast of poison and fire, lightning, and poison, fire, lightning. Oh, what am I missing? Oh, and acid. But also the psionic energy of these dragons, as Amethyst, Sapphire, and Emerald bombard these opponents with their psionic forces. What do you do in this moment?
I think the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scoot just a little bit. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna take 10 feet of movement to get right here, and I'm gonna look at shoot, who? I guess. You know what? I'm gonna launch one of these motes at Azazel as a bonus action to start.
Okay, fantastic. Roll to hit.
That's a terrible roll. I'm gonna use inspiration.
15 does not hit, unfortunately. Inspiration?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. There we go.
30. There we go. Roll some damage. Out of the light. 6. Fantastic. Alright, action.
And then I think is my action, I'm going to... Dang, they didn't line this up where I could actually have an easy time with anybody, did they?
No, believe it or not, they didn't think, how could Z hit us best when they were moving?
I know. How unfortunate. Thoughtless jerks. You know what? I think to try and sort of protect the area around me, just a little bit to like right here, and then I'm just gonna spirit to keep it up around me.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that. What was that?
I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians from here.
Okay, fantastic. As you go to do that, Donovan sees this and swings with his hand and dismisses the spell with the counter spell. What level is that? 3rd level?
3rd level, yeah.
It automatically fails, quote unquote. So you do not conjure your Spirit Guardians, much to your chagrin. You do, however, waste that spell slot. As we go to Zalta, who is dead. At the top of the round, At the top of the round, the dragons fighting all around is incredibly dangerous, for one. While each of these psionic dragons, the gemstone dragon, seem to be serpentine and don't necessarily have wings, they rise through the air weightlessly and are pursuing their foes. You watch as the amethyst dragon grips on with her arms to the black dragon, slams it into the ground, and these floating amethyst gems all around the city of Nightstone just begin pounding into it, one after the other, after the other, after the other, until the black dragon is no more, obliterated into a pulp. As we round to the top of initiative, Donovan continues his chant, singing, bringing with them an era of death for all ages. And I need V, Davos, Goldbrand, just you three actually, all to make a Constitution saving throw. I'll pull up Goldbrand real quick. That is a fail. That is a pass. Oh boy. Here I go killing again. Come on, Goldbrand. Constitution save.
Goldbrand isn't here.
Can't deal damage. Not here. Not in the stars. Not today.
He's gone.
He's not here! After the nat 20, I'll say he doesn't take any damage. The Nightstone, again, floating within this ring of amethyst. A burst of this black-purple energy radiates out. Davos and V, I need you each to take 38 points of necrotic damage as this washes over you. Goldbrand did succeed and has I did say with a 20 he would be fine. Okay, we'll allow it. Both of you are... Oh no, you did. I'm sorry. So instead of the 38, you take what's that?
14. No.
Yeah.
19.
19. Yes, sir. You take 19 points of necrotic damage as this pulse of dark energy washes over the battlefield, and the stone begins to glow this deep, deep red color from within it. It has been shining red and yellow and blue from the runes around it. However, this is coming from within, a very deep, deep blood red color, just shining through this dark stone that encases it. With that, we're going to go ahead and call it a night. Thank you guys very much for joining, and I can't wait for next week with what very well may be our final session. I love you all very much. Please be good to yourselves and take care of one another. And is it Thursday yet? Since it's Thursday. That's the Critical Role thing. I got to say the thing. I'm excited. And with holding on for a hero in the background, we're going to go ahead and end it there, my dudes.
Alright.
Love y'all. Take it
Night.
easy. Be good.
Peace out.
G-Night.